by the young lady, Achini Pereira. A magnificent stroke by her. It was uppishly hit over the head of the extra cover fielder. Let's take a look again. There was nothing wrong with that delivery, but she said, hey, I'm going to have a go. And it was quite successful indeed. And it got the legs to get to the boundary. Really good shot from the young lady, batting from the northern end. The score moves up to 18 with loss. Pereira. Supporters are looking for a wicket, but let's have to wait and see. And almost chopping off the stumps and past the wicketkeeper. This goes to the boundary again. Oh, what a fortuitous shot by this young lady. But she's still there in the scorecards. It's not going to say fortuitous. It's not going to say the inside edge. It simply is going to be recorded as a boundary. And what a start for the LCB Central Sharks. After a slow first over, they managed to get 8 runs from this over in particular. Past the wicketkeeper Brittany Cooper. Unfortunately for her, she was not able to get her hands to it. Pereira moves up to 10, the score 22 without loss. Here is Selman again. And this one is driven straight back down, but just dropping short of the fielder. A bit of an anticlimax there. That was the ball to go straight back with Miss Pereira. But I'm certain you got enough on that over already. After 4 overs, the Central Sharks are 22 without loss. Achini Pereira is on 10. Felicia Walters is on 7. Totten continues her 3rd over. Well played by Walters, but straight to the fielder. Very good shot just for 1 run nonetheless. And edging and past the diving wicketkeeper. And I'm thinking that Captain Cooper is probably needing to take a step or 2 back, because DeAndre Doughton is generating a bit of extra pace. Poor shot by Pereira. Her feet was nowhere close to that one, but she still had a go at it. She is certainly on a high after hitting those 2 boundaries in the previous over. Her confidence is going to be above the roof. There's Walters cracking away past the square leg fielder for 4. A poorly lined delivery again by DeAndre Doughton. And this was a full toss way outside the line of the off stump. Here's Walters. Crashed away. She made no mistake in depositing that one over the boundary rope for 4. 4 more runs added to the total. 28 without loss. Felicia Walters on 12, Pereira on 11, and they're both going competitions. Who can score the most boundaries? DeAndre Doughton, she's not going to be happy with that. She's a very animated person. She's a very passionate individual with her cricket. Can't wait to see her response. She has the capability of generating that bit of extra pace as well. Here is Doughton outside the off stump. Just running this one down to the short 3rd man region. Just adding 1, 29 without loss. This is a very good score. 6 runs and over, just under 6 and over. DeAndre Doughton would not be very happy with her performance so far with the ball. She's already leaked 17 runs. Ball pitched on leg side and looking for a quick single. Felicia Walters running down on that occasion, and they managed to get through. I mentioned as before I mentioned that this team, the LCB Central Sharks, they're a very well-focused team. They're a very fit team as well. Their coach Joel Garcia have done a lot of work off the field, working on their fitness levels. He's a stickler for fitness. From the youth level, comes straight up. He makes no mistake in ensuring his team is fully fit, getting their muscle work done, their cardio in. Very good delivery to finish up the over. Deandra Dodson, Felicia Walters rehearsing what could have been a cracking shot, but on that occasion, not able to capitalize. 5 overs have been completed, 30 without loss. Felicia Walters is there on 13. Achini Pereira is on 13 as well. Rather, she's on 11. She does not look too happy at all. She's wearing a blue plaid, probably supporting a batting team, but she should be happy. The team is certainly doing well. Here is Selman to continue from the southern end. Cracked away again is Achini Pereira, and this one is well timed down to the boundary ropes for 4. Achini Pereira, the bystander from last night, she is certainly pouncing on every poor delivery. She was cracking away on the uppishly deliveries that came up in the previous over from Shakira Salmon, but this one short outside the off stump, asked to be hit, and boy oh boy was that a cracking shot. Pereira is certainly up to the task of scoring runs. Yeah, she's again. Salmon up to Pereira, who's a very micro cricketer, very small individual as compared to the others on the team. Felicia Walters, we thought last night that she had a more muscular touch, but clearly Achini Pereira is doing a fine job tonight. That's what you want to see from a team. Versatility, not depending on one player. Wonderful drive again through the boundary, but there is protection there. They've learned their lesson, Brittany Cooper and company. They have that bit of protection down on the mid-wicket boundary. That looks like Shania Abdul out there doing the cleaning up work. There she is, a young under-19 player. She got the under-19 Cricketer of the Year, the Secondary Schools Cricket League, played for the Red Force Divas. She also got a chance to represent the Windies women in the training camp. She's been there in Antigua as well. Short singles, and this is fantastic cricket by the LCB Central Sharks. They're not only dealing in boundaries, but they're able to rotate the strike as well. And this is what you want to see from any format of the game, from any format of cricket as well. For men, for women, this is wonderful cricket being displayed by the LCB Central Sharks. They've come out, they are the underdogs tonight, but they're here to prove a point, and they're certainly doing so. They're on confidence here. Misfield by Dotton. She's having a horrid night in the field. Not bowling her usual self. Fielding has not been spot on as well. But at the end of the power play, at the end of 6 overs, the LTB Central Sharks are 37 without loss. Walters on 14. Pereira is on 17. Certainly a very good start for them, just going at just about just in and around 6 runs and over. If they continue with this, they can have a good chance to capitalize and launch an onslaught in the final 6 or 7 overs. Because with a platform such as this is a very good foundation for the Central Sharks, the LCB Central Sharks. So a change in the bowling attack, expectedly so. After that over with Deandra Dottin, we expected that bowling change to take place. Renelle Tukey takes up the attack from the northern end as she approaches the crease. Another medium pacer. Unable to capitalize on it, but still manages to get a single. Just to give you an idea of the field so far, there is still a very attacking field. There is a mid-on, a mid-off, a cover, backward point, third man, a fine leg. There is a fielder running on to the mid-wicket, the deep mid-wicket boundary. There is somebody there in the mid-wicket region as well, short mid-wicket. There is a sweeper on the boundary. Here's Dookie, straying down the leg side, and Felicia Walters makes no mistake. She will not make a mistake in capitalizing on poor deliveries, I can tell you that. And we saw Pereira as well, also able to capitalize on poor deliveries, and that's quite impressive. Last night it was really a one-woman show. Felicia Walters, she stole the entire cake from the Trident Sports Phoenix. She started off a bit slowly on a pitch that looked a bit difficult to bat on, but it's clearly it's the same pitch tonight, but something is a lot different. Not too sure if the approach to the game is a lot different, but the pitch does not look very much different. When I strolled on for the coin toss, it looks almost the same as last night. Tukey is driven back down the ground. Really good stuff from Tukey. Much better to see her bowl from this end because Deandra Dottin was leaking a lot of runs. Very young cricketer is Renelle Tukey. Good looking shot. .40 without loss. Just one delivery remaining in the 7th over. LCB Central Sharks are looking really good so far. Felicia Walters and Achini Pereira. Seven overs have been completed. 40 without loss. Felicia Walters on 15. Pereira on 19. So as I mentioned to you earlier, we're going to be joined by a few people tonight, and so far 2 fine-looking ladies have stepped into the commentary position, the commentary box, and I'm sitting next to royalty. I'm certain of it because Stacey Ann King joins me. Stacey, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really unfortunate that I'm not seeing you out there. What went wrong this year?
I guess things happen. I guess the game is played on the field most definitely, so you can be so full of confidence, but once it's not applied out there, it is what it is.
Absolutely, and I certainly think you all had a bit of a difficult game last night. It was really not yourself.
I think Central did their homework when it comes to us and our batting. It clearly showed out there. They tried not to give any room at all. They maintained a wicket-to-wicket bowling length. They put us under some pressure early. We lost 2 early wickets, but nonetheless, we had a pretty alright score of 88. And having them make it in the 18.3 overs, that was good for us.
I thought it was as well, because 88 runs in any format of the game, that's a minimal total.
Correct.
I was expecting them to get at around 12 overs, but your bowling was quite impressive, I must say.
Yeah, well, we realized that taking the pace off the ball worked quite a lot, and that was kind of like our going into this game, that was what we were thinking about doing, and yeah, it worked.
Grimond takes up the attack from the southern end, and the score ticks around, continues to tick. This Spears batting quite confidently, 42 runs already without loss. Felicia Walters, she's on 16, Pereira is on 20. What's your take on the game so far?
I think it's a very good game, even game right now. I know that Titans are definitely going to be...
And she's bowled
too soon.
Commentators curse from Stacey and King. And the ball is running all the way down to the boundary, but I'm not too sure where it's going because Achini Pereira, the more attacking of the batters, she has to walk back. Very well bowled, clean bowled by Grimond. And unfortunately, the LCB Central Sharks, the partnership that has been providing lots of entertainment for the crowd, has been broken, but much to the excitement of the wicketkeeper Brittany Cooper. You've played a lot of cricket with Brittany Cooper. How good of a captain is she?
It's a new role for her, but I think she's taken it in strides. It's a learning experience as well for her, but she does pretty well for her club team, Phoenix. So yeah, she's been doing good. So she's been taking on that challenge.
Yeah, I think she's up to the challenge as well. Her leadership quality has been something that is quite impressive, and she's certainly leading this young bunch. Apart from the experience of Deandra Dottin and Shakira Selman, it's quite a young combination of players.
Yes, it is. Most of the girls would have come from, say, Achievers, then to Phoenix, Presal Phoenix, like Renelle Dookie, Samaru. So, and then you have the little collaboration of the foreign players coming in, which is Grimond from Guyana. She's pretty young as well, a really aggressive batter, and her little off spin is, it's working. So at least they've got it right, because I think something coming into the tournament where you have a set of players coming together, a set of individuals coming together to play as one, having that gel, finding that core of, understanding each other. It's really good.
Absolutely. I love that point you make of getting the regional players to come in and have a nice gel, have a nice unity. And I think this is the brainchild of possibly a women's CPL in the very near future. Let's say about 2 or 3 years.
Definitely. We look forward to it. I mean, Trinidad has been doing so much for women's cricket. The Women's Association, the men's board has been on board as well. We are the only country that has women's cricket throughout the season, more or less. We start in January and end till probably around June. And that is great. Most of the girls come across to Trinidad to play with club teams, so that's kind of what we look for, yeah. Yeah,
and I saw the ICC Americas developmental players coming in as well. 2 players from Costa Rica, 1 from Argentina, 2 from Canada as well. 4 from Canada. Yep. 4 from Canada, okay. I had the opportunity to talk to Hiba Shamshad,
yes,
and she's quite an impressive young lady with her speech, and looking forward to seeing some more exciting cricket from these ladies. Really impressive stuff. At the end of 8 overs, the LCB contractors are 43 for 1. The new batter, Samantha Bisoon, she's in strike. And what's your knowledge of Samantha Bisoon?
She's a really good bowler. She tends to work the ball a lot. Her club season has been pretty much perfect for her team, Presal Phoenix, and she's pretty much confident in this tournament because she's been getting wickets. She's been bowling in good areas and creating some kind of unawareness for batters. They've been kind of not sure whether to come or not to come kind of thing, and she's been doing well.
Yeah, really, really nice evaluation as well. I thought she bowled well last night, but on occasion she struggled a bit, but managed to get the big wicket out. Again, rotation of the strike is very, very much impressive tonight with this LCB Central Sharks team. Felicia Walters together with Achini Pereira, they've done a fantastic job in setting a good foundation. 42 runs before the loss of that first wicket. Samantha Bisoon, she can hit the ball a long way. I've seen her do it more than one occasion. But Stacey and King, she can also hit the ball quite a long way. But something really went wrong. I was looking forward to seeing Stacey and King play tonight, but Really, really tough stuff.
Don't worry, stay tuned. Next year is another year to come.
Absolutely, absolutely. I certainly believe so. And my good friend on the left, wearing yellow t-shirt, a journalist by profession. He is enjoying this commentary. He's having a good laugh as well. Stacey, where do you see women's cricket going in the very near future? I've spoken to many people. Yes, they've been all positive, and they're saying, "Oh yes, the women's game is up and it's coming. Sponsors are coming on board." But what's your overall honest opinion of it?
I think it's growing. It continues to grow. Yes, it has reached a bit further than it has been. But, I mean, just look at the crowd. There's quite a number of persons here. Most of the persons, I won't lie, I see quite a lot of club persons here. Club supporters, club management, families involved. A lot of families are involved also. And, you know, that support is really good for the players.
Cheeky shot by Samantha Bisoon. Only able to get one run forward, though. A bit risky for just one shot. Had to drive that ball down the ground. She could have possibly picked up a boundary, because I saw a few misfields in the field so far. The pressure of a final is always there. It's always on you. As you mentioned, family. Lots of family members involved in the game so far. The elders, the grandpas, the grandkids as well. Walter
Uncles.
slogs this one as well. Yes, the uncles. They're all there. And this young lady on your screen, Shania Abdul, young upcoming prospect for Windies cricket.
Yes, she's quite good. She has been working on her game. I mean, she has matured from that under 19 level to now, well, first time playing for Trinidad and Tobago this year, and now has made it onto a franchise team where, again, she's showing her stuff. She was in the West Indies camp recently as well, and I think she's doing well. She's doing well representing Trinidad and, well, her club team.
Yeah, Bisoon pulls this one away. Shania Abdul, very young and upcoming player. She got the award for the Secondary Schools Cricketer of the Year. She wears the number 5 on her back.
And it's good competition because you have 3 players, which are the 2 batters, Felicia Walters, Renelle Dookie, and Samantha Bisoon, who all play for the same club team in Trinidad.
Very, very nice. It's a good mix of cricket, and this is a very nice initiative. We've seen this in a Weeper competition. I think it was in 2011, where the men's format of the game, they came together. But at the halfway point, rather after the end of 9 overs, there are 49 for 1, the LCB Central Sharks. And we're going to continue a discussion. That's Shania Abdul on your screen, the individual that Stacey and King talks a lot, very, very high of.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to give credit where credit is due, and she is a young player. She has some very good talent, and it's just a matter of, you know, the coaches continuing to work with her, and she'll be a good prospect for not just Trinidad and Tobago, but for West Indies cricket.
Absolutely. She's very serious. Has a bit of a smirk on her face as well. Not too sure if she can hear us there, Shania Abdul. I guess I can probably open the window and say hi. But there's a Grimont continues. I really enjoy this women's cricket. They're very animated. They're very serious about their game. And off the field, they're very friendly. But on the field, they become serious cricketers. Women on a mission, just like this one. But the ball was on a mission to get to the boundary, but stopped in the end. Walters making no mistake in pulling Samantha Bisoon for that second, and they managed to get home quite comfortably. She moves up to 21. Bisoon is there on 4, playing the supportive role, and that's all she needs to do. Just rotate the strike, let Walters get most of it, because she's been there. She's occupied the crease for the last 35 minutes or so. Faced a number of deliveries, and the longer you stay at the crease, the easier it gets to bat, Miss King.
And she has shown that throughout the games that she's played, because she's picked up 3 Players of the Match awards within her last 3 games. And this is basically what she has done. Started off a bit slow, just worked the ball around. And then when other players come in, especially Shameen Campbell from Guyana, they tend to run a lot more singles, and they're much quicker between the crease as well.
I certainly think so. Coach Gerald Gassi have done wonderful work with their fitness. I've seen. I'm going to bring back Pereira into the conversation as well. Their running between the wickets has been spot on. They have not made a mistake. Bisun slogs this one away, and it will have the legs. No, it wouldn't. Doing the cleanup work is Abdul. Yes, she's always in the mix of things, Shania Abdul, whether it be the field or the bat. 1 run added to the total. The 50 coming up. They got to 53 for 1 in 37 minutes.
9.4 overs.
Correct. Very, very, very good run rate so far. Edging past wicketkeeper Cooper, and this one may not have the momentum to get there, but they're still going to manage to get 2.
It's a very cheeky shot past the keeper.
Indeed. Felicia Walters, she has those shots around the ground. She has delicate touches as well.
I think that's what makes her the player that she is. She tends to know which one she wants to go at, what lengths she wants to go at, to play those shots, and what length she wants to pull or sweep at.
Did she represent the Red Force Divas?
Yes, she did.
Lovely. How old is she?
That's a good question. I'm not gonna guess.
I'm gonna think somewhere about 21 or 22. Let me see if I'm correct. I'm gonna see how old she is, but she is very much dehydrated. You can see that she's throwing everything on the ground, begging for probably a drink of water as they take a bit of a refreshment. Walters on 24. The end of 10 overs, 55 for 1. And I want to thank Stacey King for joining me and sharing some light on the women's format of the game and her experience as well.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Please come again, Miss King. And Samantha Bisoon hailing out for something. We're going to be joined shortly by Shamilia Connell. She's going to be correcting me if I got that pronunciation wrong. Did I?
No, you got it right.
Lovely. And I'm hearing a Bajan accent.
Yeah, Bajan.
You're Bajan?
Yeah.
Lovely. That's wonderful. I really do enjoy Bajan cricketers. Very exciting cricketers, Bajans. In the men's format of the game, I've only seen a few Bajan women play, but I'm speaking to one right now, Miss Connell, correct?
Miss Connell, yes, please.
Connor, all right.
Connell.
So, Connell.
Yes,
lovely. And how was the experience playing in Trinidad?
It's a good.
All right, but before we get a chat to Miss Connor, I'm going to get that right before we finish talk, Connor. Don't have no worries. This is the highlights package so far. We've seen Felicia Walters flicking down the leg side with a low full toss. And a bit of misfield there, but still managing to get a boundary. That one was the second over, where the score was on 8 without loss. Shakira Selman went for a beating in that her second over by Achini Pereira, getting 2 boundaries. That was the first. This one a fortuitous one, edging past the diving wicket keeper for 4. Deandra Dotting as well. She did not perform as we expected her to do with the ball. And really unfortunate that this is the direction of where the game has gone for Deandra Dotton for tonight. But I'm sure she's a woman of class, she's a woman of stature, and that's the first wicket. The only wicket to go down of Achini Pereira, being clean bowled there by Grimond of Guyana. And the score 55 for 1, the LCB Central Sharks at the halfway point. Felicia Walters, the half centurion from last night, she's on 24. Samantha Bisoon is on 5, and while play is going to resume shortly, I'm chatting to a Bajan cricketer who's going to tell us her name.
Shamilia Connell.
Shamilia Connell. So yes, let me get back to my question. How is playing cricket in Trinidad?
Well, it's a bit hard as a bowler. The pitches is like batters friendly, so I guess you have to put in the extra hard work as a bowler. But it's a good tournament so far, I guess.
Yeah. Is this his first time playing in Trinidad?
No, this is my actually 7th time playing in Trinidad.
Wow, you're more of a resident than I am.
I guess.
And how was this competition for you so far? I mean, you're not playing tonight. You've been knocked out earlier this week, but how was the experience playing this year?
It was great, I guess. Playing against some of the region's best, so I guess that you have to put in the hard work, and I guess it was actually like a starting point, like coming up for the World Cup. You actually get to see some of the girls and what they actually have.
Yeah, I think so as well. This is a big shot, and falling into no man's land. They just managed to get one. Forgive me, but information about this camp, this Windies women's camp, has been very, very sketchy. Are you part of that women's camp?
Yes, I am.
Lovely. And I'm happy to be talking to some of the senior players in the region tonight. And how intense was that camp? I mean, it's leading up to a big World Cup in November, come November in Guyana, Antigua and Barbuda as well. But was it a difficult one?
Well, I wouldn't say it was difficult. It was a bit intense. I guess it's fine-tuning for the girls as we're preparing for a big tournament, as you say. So I guess they have to put in their hard work if they want to be great.
South Africa women are coming very shortly, correct?
Yeah, in September they're coming here.
Lovely. To play, I think it's 5 matches?
Well, 4 is in Barbados, I believe, and 4 is in actually Trinidad.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that. 4, so it's 8 in total. Good preparation for both teams. Are you looking forward to this big competition, the Women's T20 World Cup?
Yeah, we are defending champions, so I guess we have to look forward to it, and we have to bring our best, I guess, because everybody's actually looking for us to.
That's a big answer, and that's a big wicket as well. Yeah. Samantha Bisoon goes down, caught by Deandra Dottin for just 6. So the LTB Central Sharks, in an attempt to get a move on the run scoring, they lost the wicket, and the big hitter of Samantha Bisoon. Let's take a look at the replay. Ball pitched up on the outside the off stump. Bisoon was nowhere close to playing that one. It took the bottom half of her bat and went straight to Deandra Dottin, who will not make a mistake with taking a dolly such as that. How is playing with Deandra Dottin, knowing her aggressive nature with the bat?
Well, me and her as teammates actually, because we come from Barbados, so we hardly play against each other. But in this tournament, bowling to her was like, you know, you got to be on your game, not bowling her at the time, because you have the strength to actually go over the top. So it was a bit difficult bowling at her now, but she's a good player, so it just has to give her respect.
The first time I saw Deandra Dottin play, I was actually 15 years of age. She was playing for a team called Fulham in North Trinidad, and she hit a ball that went over the main road. It's called the Eastern Main Road, and I'm saying, my goodness, who is that man hitting that ball?
Oh my God.
But little did I know that was a woman, and I'm thankfully so that later on I got to know her, and she's quite an impressive player. She's definitely going down in the record books as a legend woman cricketer in the Windies. She scored 112 at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua last year against Sri Lanka women.
Yeah.
Brilliant 100. I was there to see it.
Exciting.
Oh
that
my
was
goodness.
an exciting game. Yeah.
That was fantastic. The crowd was there to support as well. I was eating my peanuts, doing commentary, and looking at Deandra Dottin hitting sixes into the airport nearby.
That was great, yeah.
The only thing missing from the ball was those little red lights on the wings of the aircraft.
Yeah.
My goodness, Deandra Dottin, such a character, such a player.
Yeah, I guess she's improved over the years too as a player.
You've been in Trinidad for quite some time. I mean, 7th time you're visiting Trinidad to play cricket. What's your favorite part of Trinidad apart from playing cricket?
That'd be a hard one.
I'm sure it's doubles.
No, I don't actually like doubles.
Oh, you're the first person in the world who doesn't like doubles. You love the roti.
Yeah.
All right. What type of roti do you like?
The chicken.
Chicken roti. Nice. Here is Walters not making a mistake again. That's her strength area. The sweep shot and a misfield in the end. They're going to come back for 2. Walters getting 2 more to her score. She moves up to 27. Campbell is there on 1. After 11 overs, the LTB Central Sharks are 60 for 2. Felicia Walters on 27. Campbell on 1. Grimond has so far bowled 2 overs, no maidens, 9 runs, pick up 1 wicket, and Renal Dookie, she bowled 1 wicket for 14 runs. And then we have Sweet Sauce Caterers. They're having a sweet dish of, rather salty dish of popcorn. Sweet Sauce Caterers selling salty popcorn. Lovely.
Nice.
What's the main delicacy of Barbados?
Well, our national dish is flying fish and cuckoo, but the main dish we have the chafet.
Chafet. Chafet indeed. Listen to me, guys. Those of you who have never been to Barbados, you go to every corner and there's a chafet.
On every corner.
On every corner. You miss one it's like a mango tree. You miss one, and then you go on again. Deandra Dotton was also an outstanding track and field athlete in Barbados. She won gold in the shot put, the discus, the javelin, and also the 2007 Carifta Games. Thank you very much to my stats man in the corner. I'm going to get his name quite shortly. And into the commentator's booth is a very experienced man. I'm only talking to experienced people tonight. I'm probably the only inexperienced one here so far, but straight to the backward point fielder, not able to score more frequently as she had been doing in the past few overs, is Felicia Walters. This bowler Grimond is doing a very good job in putting a check onto the run scoring of the LCB Central Sharks. Shimili, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. You can stay there because Mr. Mamchan is going to be joining us shortly, and he's going to have a chat with you as well. But at the end of this over, Mr. Mamchan is an experienced radio commentator, one of the best in the region. Nice. And he brings with him not just radio commentary or cricket commentary and his back of experience, but he's a very good comedian as well.
But I guess I'm going to be laughing.
You will be. Trust me, you will be. Brilliant stuff indeed from this grand final. From both teams, we've seen the Techie Southern Titans coming their way back into this match after an onslaught from Acheni Pereira and Felicia Walters. So I'm going to take my leave at the end of 12 overs. The LCB Central Sharks 61 for the loss of 2. Felicia Walters on 27. Campbell is on 2.
Well, good night and thanks a lot, Sachin, and good night to all of our viewers. And of course, we have Shamilia Connell here with us, and she's looking very fit. She should be out there playing. The score is 61 for 2. Delivery outside the off stump and cut away. The Sharks at the moment 61 for 2 in the 13th over. That was a delivery, short and wide, not much pace on that. I thought that she might have wanted to take more advantage of a shot, of a ball like that.
I guess she didn't get herself in a great position there.
Yes, this delivery is just pushed away on the offside for a single, and that's one more, 62. And did you play in the tournament?
Yes, I did.
And
I played for Trident.
Oh, that's Trident's, the Phoenix team.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you from Barbados?
Yes, I am.
Oh, lovely place. Just been to Barbados. Just came back 2 days ago.
I think I saw you in Barbados.
I saw you as well. I saw you at the gap.
Yeah.
There's delivery and just out of the reach there of Dottin. And she might have wanted to have held on to that. That could have been a crucial blow with 2 wickets down already. Campbell is on 3. Walters 29 now, and Walters let off on that occasion.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember seeing Miss Cornell in the gap. And just trying to adjust the seating. A very short man was here before. Dookie bowls again, and this delivery is worked away by Walters down to the backward square. There is a single, takes a score on to 65, and Walters, using for all her experience, you know, last night, thank you Sachin, for last night she scored an unbeaten, I think it was 52?
52, yeah.
Yes, and she is such an important cog in the wheel of the Sharks. So a new champion this year, because the Northern Star Blazers, they were the champions last year.
Yeah, they were the champions last year, but they got knocked out early in the competition.
The delivery is outside the off stump, tugged away on the onside, and down to a long on. Shania Abdul is there, and that's a single. The score 66 for 2.
65.
Yes, and how did you enjoy your experience playing in the franchise tournament?
As I said earlier, it was a good tournament for me.
Mhm.
I didn't got the stats that I wanted, but the exposure to the game or whatever the case is, and going back home for a couple of days, then going to camp, where we have to go back now and work even harder because we have a World Cup coming up. I guess this tournament was like a building to go forward.
Yes, definitely important part of the preparations. You all will be defending that title that
Definitely.
you won in India. Were
2016.
you on that squad?
Yes, I was.
Oh, I'm losing my memory. I was actually there. I covered that game at Kolkata.
Kolkata.
Yes,
Eden Gardens. Yeah.
Eden Gardens. And 81,000 people packed into that ground. How it felt like playing in front of 81,000 people?
That was the most people we actually ever played in front of. And it was good. The crowd was like actually backing us because like
Yes,
being
they
from the
were.
West, yeah.
Yeah.
So the crowd was actually on our side, so that was an extra push for the girls.
Yes, and having 75,000 people back here at that venue.
Yeah.
And I was amazed at the fact that people came in so easily at that venue. You had 81,000 people, and Cornell and so that's 81,002. And it was so easy. At this time, she's bowled all over the place. A horrible. Cross the line. Campbell. It is leaving, and it disturbed the leg stump. Your thoughts?
I think she played across the line too much, huh?
From
Yeah.
this end.
Oh.
Well, it kept a bit low,
Yeah,
didn't
kept
it?
a bit low, yeah.
Yes, Miss Connell would have had that under the highway here, but yes, it did keep low.
Unfortunate way to get out.
Yes, very unfortunate. 66 for 3. This is the 14th over in progress. In terms of a prediction of a final score, given the current situation, what do you think they can do at best here?
Well, I guess they have 7 wickets in hand, so I guess they could take a push on it now. Actually get the score at about 110, 120, I guess. Would be a good score with the bowling that the Sharks have.
And you have played at this venue, obviously, and you've played on this track.
Yeah.
What do you think is a good score at this venue, a pass score?
About 120, 130 around there. Yeah.
Well, they'll have some going to get there.
Yeah.
And Samaru with a very first delivery striking. And that is what you want as a bowler. As we
Strike
take a
on the
look at
first.
Samaru again. Thompson, the new batter, plays it back on the offside. How good is Thompson?
I would mainly say she's a bowler, but I guess in this tournament so far she's shown her way as a batter. So I guess we have to watch and see her in this game.
Well, we may soon classify her as an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Samaru keeping it very tight, bowling wicket to wicket, that's the key. And she's doing it well. This time she is looking to go downtown. It's an attempt at a run out. And just missing the stumps on that occasion. And she is home 67 for 3. A bit of panic setting in there, you
I
think?
guess it's starting to panic a bit. I think Miss Waters have to stay here to the end.
Yes, she has the bat like she did last
Yeah.
night. Take it far, take it deep.
Take it deep in.
Yes, and that's the only way she can help her team to post a manageable score. At least something that the bowlers think that they can fight with. Walters is on 30 and she's taking strike. But that's a risky shot. You can see Walters there just not getting behind that one and not getting at the side either. She's just standing there and looking to
Trying to
play
work it
across the
out, yeah.
line. Of course, and this tournament would have done so much for women's cricket in the Caribbean. I'm sure that you would like to see this replicated across the region. This delivery is pulled away down to a deep mid wicket for a single, and the score goes on by 1 to 68 now for 3, and that's one more to Walter. She goes on to 31. Yes, obviously in the Caribbean you would like to see this replicated. How wonderful it would be to see this, a tournament like this being played at Kensington Oval, my favorite venue in the Caribbean, the mecca of cricket.
Well, actually, me and a couple of my teammates was actually talking about that earlier, that I guess a couple of regions should actually take it on. It'd be a good showcase for women's cricket in like other countries, because I don't think much countries actually get to see women cricket. So I guess a couple other countries could actually pick it up and like go forward.
Well, you know, I just came back after, you know, witnessing the Sir Gary Sobers tournament for the very first time. My son was actually playing, and it was so wonderfully organized. You know, the Ministry of Tourism obviously hosting that, and you know, it leads me to think that someone has to step in those parts of the Caribbean to give women's cricket this extra push. Because if you can have this replicated across the region, well then you would not only drive that BMW, you may well drive a Mercedes as well. 68, Mrs. Connell is laughing. 68 for 3 down the leg side, and umpire Bassarat. In fact, umpire Bassarat is at the other end. That's a wide signal by the umpire, and the score goes on to 69 for 3. And you know, coming into the venue this evening and looking at the car park, the car park on the right is actually filled. Yeah, and that's wonderful for women's cricket.
That's what we need, actually. We need some more supporters to back the girls, or whatever the case. I guess it's growing. It's going to take a while, but I guess it's going to get there eventually. And I must say the marketing for this event, it was well put on.
Yes, so Dragunath, the head of that marketing committee, he's a good marketing man. Tends to think he's a marketer. 70 for 3. This is the 15th over in progress, and Shania Abdul, who came onto the scene, burst onto the scene earlier this year on the domestic scene here in Trinidad and Tobago. Your thoughts on her?
Well, the first time I actually got to saw her was actually in the regional tournament this year. I think she's a fairly decent young player. She's into the West Indies camp now, and watching her, I guess she's a bright one for the future. So she just have to continue to put in the hard work, and I guess she'll get there.
Well, she has a nice, smooth approach up to the crease, and that's a good delivery. In fact, she is castled. Thompson looking to hit that one somewhere in the vicinity of Marbella, and all she can hear is the dreaded sound of timber. She's on her way. It's now 70 for 4, and the important thing here, Shamilia, is that wickets are falling at critical times. Every time the Sharks look to increase the run rate, a wicket falls.
Well, I guess, as they said, the opener is there. I guess you have to stay there and take most of the strike from here on, I guess.
That was a lovely delivery, just back off a length, and again taking cue from Samura at the other end. She's bowling wicket to wicket.
This is the first time I actually seen her bowling, actually.
Yes, better known for her batting.
Yeah, better known for that.
Yes, and you know, we were making a point earlier on that that finals that you would have played in. I actually covered both the semi-finals and the finals. Semi-finals being in Mumbai, and then the finals at Kolkata. And we had about, I think at last count it was 81,000 people looking at that game, and it really impressed me, because in the manner in which the crowd was managed. Because as a player, tell us, were you intimidated by so many people?
I guess if the crowd was actually against us, we'd be intimidated, but they were on our side, and they were like pushing us. They was in the crowd like, Connell, hi, hi. Yes, you know. But it was a good game.
Yes, and the West Indies dominated. There's a chance for run out, and yes, and Henry goes run out
That's
She is remonstrating there to Walters as if to say that was my call,
Yes.
and she was quite right. That was
that
her
was her.
call.
Yeah,
Yes. She's not happy.
she's not happy with it.
And looking at Henry, I would not want to get into a fight with her in a dark alley. 70 for 5.
Yes, that was. That's. Oh,
I don't think it was a run.
I don't know.
You,
Nah, that's not a run.
you, there was no way you were going to take a run there.
No.
Definitely not a run.
I actually thought it went wider.
Too close to the
Yeah.
fielder there. And I think Felicia Walters was quite right to stand her ground on that occasion. Another wicket falls. Yep, and LCB Contractors Central Sharks, they are 70 for 5.
This is the captain.
And
No. Look at that.
well,
Yeah.
Rakuba is going to take strike now, a left-handed batter. And she's another one better known for her bowling.
Yeah. I don't think the Sharks have much firepower down in the end now.
And it's Abdul again. That's a good delivery. Right on spot. Played away to mid-off, a short mid-off. There is no run. 70 for 5. And wickets continue to fall. There's no time to really build momentum here. And Walters is there. She's doing her part. And I think she may well have a date with Henry later on to discuss what transpired. That delivery, Raguba on that occasion, playing before the ball came onto her, it was held back a bit and it crashed onto her pads. $70 for 5. Yes, and the crowd on that very fateful day was in support of the West Indies, no doubt about that. And why you thought so? Covering the series, I got the impression that you all were the darlings of the crowd. You were very friendly to the Indian people and the fans. I know a number of fans. I met 3 guys who actually flew in from Chennai just to support the West Indies women teams because they were saying that you all were so friendly. Do you think it was that's the reason they went behind you all?
Yeah, I guess that's in the West Indies. That's how our culture. That's how we was brought up. We are brought up to be mannerly and friendly to others, you know. So I guess wherever we go, we try to carry that vibe. So you know, everybody just likes us. So I guess probably that's why they were behind us.
Yes, it was really amazing, an amazing thing. And what I still can't get through, what I still can't get over is the way the crowd easily came in and easily left. 81,000 people. Were you amazed by that?
Yeah, we were amazed. We were actually expecting that much people to actually come and watch this, but they did. And I guess that helped us a bit, knowing that we had a crowd to actually back us right to the end.
Yes, and you know, that was 81,000 people coming in easily and leaving easily. 5 people here in front of a doubles man, and you have a riot in Trinidad. The score 70 for 5. This Connell is enjoying her time here. As Raghua Booz again. This, in fact, not Raghua, Samaru, and I think this one is carted away. I thought it might have reached closer to the boundary. They're going to come back for 2. Young Samaru seems to be pretty quick between the sticks, and the score is now 72 for 5. And at the end of this over, Miss Connell is going to probably have a choice beverage or so. She's enjoying Trinidad, you know. And coming a calling will be a good friend from Costa Rica. And she's not here to speak about football. She's a cricketer, Sofia Bolaños. I hope I got that right. And but you know, before she comes on, I think a lot of people were very surprised that we had cricketers coming from Costa Rica and from, I think it was Argentina as well,
Argentina, yeah.
to play in this tournament. How good is the cricket across there?
Well, it's the first time me actually know they have cricket in those other countries, really.
Mhm.
But they're coming into the team and their skill level they have, I guess it was good. And like a couple months ago, I played for a favorite team in England, and we have players like from Rwanda and Hong Kong, and me from the Caribbean never know that those countries actually play cricket, and the skill level that those guys also showed was great. So I guess that women's cricket is actually rising, and like for tournaments like this to be put on to showcase the girls' skill level and people actually coming out to watch, I guess is a good show.
Yes, it was wonderful indeed to have, you know, the foreigners come in,
Yeah.
especially from unknown parts. You know, it's an education for those here. This delivery is hiked away down to deep mid wicket, and that's a single. The score goes on by 1 to 73. It's the end of the over, end of over number 16. I want to thank Shamilia Cornell. I'm sure you're going to hear from her again later on tonight. I want to thank you for being with us, and you know, continue the good work. And remember, only if don't be the sixth person in a doubles line in Trinidad.
Well, thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Wonderful young lady giving her thoughts as we take a look at the crowd. A good crowd on the northwestern side of the Brana Stadium, which is the most popular stand, they tell me here. Everyone tends to go there. I think for the CPL, it's the most expensive stand. If you are lucky enough, like Sachin Ramsubag, to settle in a corporate box, I think that's the only better viewing you'll get. I want to welcome and Sophia from Costa Rica. Sophia, good night.
Good night, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Fine, great, thank you.
You're enjoying the final so far?
For sure.
You should have been out there.
Oh, we should. Yeah, we didn't have the chance now. We're now enjoying a good cricket here.
Another delivery that's hiked away down to a deep mid wicket, and that's one more to Walter. She goes, in fact, she's going to go back for two. There's an opportunity for a run out, and I think Raguba is on her way. She's out to run out without scoring. The score is now 74 for 6, and it was a no ball. So everything happened there, Sophia. It was a no ball. They got a run out. So Walters is now having an opportunity at facing a free hit, at having a free hit, and all the excitement in one ball.
And just one, you know, just one throw and you get all of that.
That's wonderful. Tell us a bit about cricket in Costa Rica. At what level? You know, you've come here, you've seen the level in the West Indies, and in Trinidad in particular. What's the level like back home?
Back home, actually, we're starting to develop it more. That's why we are here, to learn and to let it grow a little bit more in Costa Rica, to get a little bit more excitement, a little bit more knowledge, let's say. We actually want cricket to be more known because people are not used to see cricket or not even play cricket.
Yes, and that's an enormous task you had ahead of you. Do the males there play cricket?
We do have males, but we don't have that much participant yet with women. Yes.
Right. So, so definitely you have a national women's team.
We do have like 3 teams, but we have not confirmed yet a national team, let's say. So we have like these little sessions going on, but we have not yet confirmed a real national team for the women's.
Okay. And do you all have you all applied for associate membership of the ICC, the International Cricket Council?
Well, I'm not sure yet about that. I know for boys there have been some participations, but for girls we have not that yet. Yes.
Well, 75 now for 6. In fact, it should be 76, and it's over number 17 in progress. 76 for 5, and Mohammed is out there. Anisa Mohammed, the captain of this team, bowled very well last night, taking 2 wickets for 16 runs in her 4 overs. So both her and Raguba, who took 2 for 14, they could well feature later on tonight. So she's out there, and this one is cut away by Mohammed. It's going to go just very close to the boundary. In fact, over the ropes now for 4, given room short and wide outside the off stump, and deserve the treatment.
Need to pinch themselves and try to run a little bit more for those boundaries.
A little more, a short and wide delivery, and yes, there was Mohammed transferring the weight onto her back foot and slashing it away down past backward point for 4. A lovely shot that takes the score on to 80, and that will give Mohammed a lot of confidence. Well, and Sophia, uh, is calling a good friend from Costa Rica, is calling on the girls to be a little more nimble on their feet out there. And how was your performances in this tournament?
For us, for Tridents, actually, we started a little low after we arrived. We had a very two nice 3 games. After that, we started lowering that down. And, you know, yesterday's game was lost.
Yep,
We
the
actually wanted
eliminator.
really bad to be here today. But Sharks, you know, got their post and imposed to us, too. So a game is a game, you know. You
Yes.
need to play. One must win.
I'm sure that you're looking forward to coming back next year as well.
Next year, you bet. We're wishing more girls from Costa Rica can have this experience and be more in love of cricket too.
This time, the delivery is tucked away on the onside, delivery on the off stump, tucked away down to the mid wicket. There is a single, and 82 now for 6. Walters is still there. Walters was the one that you could not dislodge last night. She remained 52 not
She
out.
was impossible.
But she's there again, and she's now battling with her captain. Outside the off stump, cutaway again, down to backward point. They're going to look for 2 here, and they're going to come back very easily for it. Short on wide, and in this over, we have seen that from Abdul on more than one occasion. She lost her line and length a bit. She's in a second over, 1 for 11 so far. Well, it's the end of the over, and the end of the over, 87 for 6. 3 overs to go. Your prediction on a final score?
Oh, this is gonna be tough, but I would say there will be a little bit more, less than 110. But I think that they're gonna mean for a 9 more runs. So
You
we
think
have
the
like more than 96, but less than 110 for me, right?
You think that 110 might be enough on this track with Mohammed and Rakuba if you factor those 2 in?
You know what? I don't think might not be enough, but the performance right now is not being on the spot for them. So they need to push it a little bit more, get more boundaries to see if they can reach my height, right?
And they don't like that number 87. 5 to Mohammed. Walters is there on 43, making this tournament her own. She has been very consistent. And there you can see a lovely shot, lovely camera work there. What a wonderful ground. Your thoughts on the Brian Lara Cricket
Look
Academy?
at that. It's amazing. We dream with stuff like this.
Yes, it's really a wonderful facility. It's a facility that has come to life here in Trinidad and Tobago. And kudos to the authorities. They always have cricket here outside the off stump, and that's a slug sweep down to a deep mid wicket. One more to Mohammed. And since Mohammed has come in, she has shown that urgency to get runs, and now you're seeing the scoreboard ticking over.
Yes, and it's also a little bit more of the security for the team, you know, when she comes in, you see all the faces come in and making like all the power come together and having those good strikes in the field.
Easy single on this occasion. Looking for 2 Mohammed. She has really shown that urgency. I like the look of her since she has come in. And, you know, of course, bringing her tremendous experience, being an international player, and that is showing out there at the moment. Walters is on 44. Mohammed is on 6. Looking to probably get up somehow to around 120. Samaru is going to continue. That's Yorker link delivery to Mohammed. Samaru 1 for 6. Abdul 1 for 15. And here she is again, bowling wicket to wicket. Mohammed using her feet nicely, getting to the pitch of that one, and a well-weighted single. The score moves on to 90 for 6. Brings Walters on strike, looking to get her second successive half-century here in this tournament. This time lending a bat to ball down to a deep mid-wicket for only a single, and she struck that so well it prevented her from the
But now
into
the
the fielder
fielder got
hands.
a little bit more in the game. She moved her feet a little bit faster and she got the ball. That's what happened.
Calling for? You've been calling for that. You Costa Rican seems to be very fit. Mohammed uses her feet again nicely, and this one is going to go into the fence for 4, using her feet and seeing her coming. Samaru pushed that delivery wide in an attempt to get it past her. As we look at the replay here again, she came down Mohammed and she was looking to push it wide. Mohammed was smarter than that. She got underneath that one and was able to lift over backward point. That's a welcome boundary. End of the innings.
Thanks much, Mr. Mamchan. Sophia Bolaños, we have been chatting with you for quite some time, and do you enjoy playing the game of cricket?
Yes, for sure. The spirit of cricket had been very, very, very understandable here. So we actually have been seeing a lot of good developing cricket, great players, you know.
Here is Grimond reintroduced into the attack, and this one goes down to the boundary for 4. It's a delivery that's straight down onto the leg side. Felicia Walters makes no mistake in depositing that one over the boundary ropes. It had about 2 bounces before it got there, and it was a very good shot. That's her strength area, that sweep shot, and she made no mistake in putting it away. Very calculated shot indeed by Felicia Walters, and she is certainly a young perspective for the Windies women's cricket team. I'm putting in a nice little plug for her here because she is of sound quality. She has displayed her batting prowess in this entire competition. She came off a brilliant 50 last night, and she's on the verge of completing another. Let's see if she's going to get it. Down the wicket it goes, and yes, she is going to get that 50. A misfield in the end, and they come back for 2. Extremely good running by this pair, Felicia Walters and Anisa Mohammed, and that brings up the 50. She's on to 51. The total 101 for 6. Felicia Walters brings up a 50 in fine style.
Good style over there. See the girls running. A little bit of miscommunication over there, but afterwards they got back on track.
Let's see what she does with this one, and this one goes straight up into the air, but I think it's going to be safe. They're going to look for a second, and I think they're going to get home quite comfortably, and they have. So 2 runs added to the total. It now moves up to 103 with 9 deliveries remaining. I think they can probably get to 120.
Let's see how it goes.
Anisa Mohammed at the toss, she said that she wanted somewhere in between 140 and 150, but that's certainly out of reach at this moment. So
yeah.
Sophia looks very stunned with that projected score from Anisa Mohammed before the start of the match, and the captain of the Techie Southern Titans, Brittany Cooper, said that she wants to restrict them to under 110. So they're very much on target so far. Grimond, a cheeky shot. They're going to get one, coming back for a second, possibly looking for a third. Mohammed is turning, but that's all they're going to remain for two. I must say big credit to Mr. Clayton Clark for giving us some information as well. Especially that piece of info about Deandra Totten, that she had a choice to make between track and field and cricket, and she chose cricket. Not a bad choice. She actually won gold in the Carifta competition in 2007. She won gold with a shot put. So quite interesting.
That.
Yep. Continuing with the game. Down the track is Walters. They're going to look for two again, and that's all they're going to get. Is one. And a bit of a misfield, and there could be a run out here, and oh my goodness, a comedy of errors. And Brittany Cooper, it was a misfield by the wicketkeeper Cooper. The ball simply rolled 2 inches away from her ankle, and Felicia Walters, seeing that, ran down the wicket in an attempt to get an overthrow, and they completed it because the wicketkeeper Cooper could not dislodge the bails. Look at this one. Here she goes, completing one. Very good. Collecting, misfielding, and immediately Felicia Walters had the sense of mind to run down, and running down the track she is, and hitting the stumps, and she's gone. Unfortunate run out for Anisa Mohammed on that occasion. Grimond getting some hand onto it. The ball was driven back firmly by Felicia Walters, got part of the palms of Grimond and ricocheted onto the middle stump. Anisa Mohammed goes run out for 11. The score now 107 for 7. Really unfortunate way to get out.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it happens. You need to be very attentive, but that's some things that you cannot have control on.
Absolutely. Cricket in Costa Rica. Very interesting. I'm not too sure if Trinis are looking forward to playing cricket in Costa Rica, but I'm sure lots of Costa Ricans are looking forward to playing cricket in Trinidad.
You bet, you bet. Actually, being here have opened a lot of eyes in Costa Rica. We're looking forward for an increase in our level that we have now, and probably a lot of girls will be looking at this game, hopefully, and a lot of boys too.
Yep.
We know we have made an impact now, not only in our families, in our communities too. So actually having that cricket being known a little bit more is just an amazing opportunity for us. Look at that. Look at that.
It was certainly close indeed. Gayatri Sitahal, the new batter, and immediately getting off the mark, and very intent to get Felicia Walters back on strike. She's hitting the ball really, really well. She's been there for the last hour and a half since the beginning. She opened the batting,
Yes.
and she's occupying the crease well. I would really love to see this young lady move up to higher levels. She's shown that she can bat for long periods. She's only given one chance tonight. Last night she got 3 chances. She lived a cat's life last night. Here's Samaru. Down the track is Walters, very aggressive, straight to the fielder. Chance for a run out, a direct hit, and she would have been gone. Misfield again, and oh my goodness, really unfortunate for the Techie Southern Titans. They were not able to dislodge the bails at either ends of the pitch.
You see, these are hungry sharks. They are not missing an opportunity. They're trying to reach the high score that they can get in every run they have possible.
Really tough stuff indeed. Fresh legs, Gayatri Sitahal. Felicia Walters is not as fresh as Gayatri, but she's looking like she just came out to bat with that type of running. Not backing down from a short, sharp single, or even a very close overthrow. Let's see what's going to happen now as she faces up. opening the face of the bat straight to the fielder. Only one run. Hall rotating the strike, and that's what you need. And the chance for run out, and not collecting cleanly, and they're going to go for an overthrow again. And Sophia predicted it well, that they are hungry Sharks and they're going to get as much runs as they can. However, they're going to get it.
You see, actually what happened here is Tridents need to put their hands with a little bit more confidence. We have been seeing that for a couple of games now for Tridents. We thought that maybe they will redeem themselves now and show a little bit more of that hand grip that they might have. Hopefully they will get another chance. Just now we have to see that, and we're missing it again.
Hall running down to the danger end, and she's diving, and she's home safely. Captain Brittany Cooper is not liking this at all. She's very disgruntled. Very, very angry. Dislodging the bails in anticipation of a possible run out, but Gayatri Sitahal was well home, diving from about 4 or 5 feet outside of the crease, getting home easily. Not out said. Umpire Sandy. So 1 ball remaining and 15 for 7. Sitahal is on 5. She's on strike. Felicia Walters 60. Picking up yet another 50 tonight. Down the track, and a wide signal by the umpire, but stumped. Gayatri Sitahal has to go. 1 ball still remaining with 1 run added to the total. Well, she had to go there. You have wickets in hand. You have 2 wickets in hand. She had no choice, had to come down the track and have a go at it.
Yes, and that was a nice ball. Actually, was just a little bit too wide, just a tiny bit. Good catch by the keeper. Yes, a nice catch, a nice ball from the keeper. She was very alert on the movement that the batsman will make. Let's see what they can do in just another bowler having her, just 1 shot, and now they are 6 runs over the score that I gave them. Let's see what they can do in just 1 ball.
Just 1 ball to go. They're 1 hit away from getting to 120. Leandra Ramdeen, the new batter. She's just going to face up 1 legal delivery and a short one, and straight to the fielder, and a catch is taken. She could not take advantage of a poor rank long hop delivery and hit that one straight to the fielder, and another wicket goes down. But that's the end of the innings. After 20 overs, the Sharks are 115 for 9. Felicia Walters top scoring with 60. And an exceptional knock from Felicia Walters.
Yes, you mean actually this has been quite a close-up for the Sharks, improving a lot more. Let's see what Tridents can propose in the next time, right?
Absolutely. And as the roller is coming on to do some cleaning up work, we're going to look at some highlights of this, the first innings of this Ports Grand Slam T20. And this was the opening partnership, the first boundary. Felicia Walters getting a fortuitous one on that occasion. Misfield had the momentum to get to the ropes. 4. At that point, after the first over, they were 5 without loss. And then Ashini Pereira, she had Shakira Selman on her back foot on that occasion, getting 2 boundaries. One hitting uppishly over the cover fielder. And then Felicia Walters also getting into the act of scoring boundaries. Deandra Dutton went for a beating in that over. She went for 9 runs in that particular over.
Yeah, she did perform quite well, Pereira.
Yeah, she did. She really impressed me because she was a bit slow in her batting last night. But she was cleaned up there by But in came Samantha Bisoon, not adding much to the score, just 7 runs she got, and was out caught. Deandra Doughton taking up that easy catch at Dolly and the cover point region. This one she was bowled all around her legs. Unfortunate for her, but fortunate for the Tacky Southern Titans, and this was the position where they got back into the game after an onslaught from the openers.
They washed their face.
Yes, I like that. I like that in comparison. They washed their face and had a bit of a refresher and came back into the game. I like that analogy, really. And there were some short bits of glorious work in the field. Brittany Cooper very animated in the celebrations. Felicia Walters getting some scolding there. Oh my goodness, really, really unfortunate that the young lady had to get that sort of treatment, but she got 60 runs nonetheless. No matter what, she continued scoring runs for her team. And this was the mix-up again. And Kamara Raghubar run out. In came Anisa Mohammed. She had a bit of an aggressive start as well. She had a cameo knock, adding 11 runs to the score before she was dismissed. Walters continued her way, plowing boundaries after boundaries. Anisa Mohammed getting into the act of scoring boundaries as well. She's a veteran cricketer. How would you rate Felicia Walters' innings, Sophia, tonight?
From 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Oh, she will be a 10 plus. Let's see. You can see how sharp her minds go, very clearly how the positions of the fielders are, trying to clearly make the best shot for their team, and not just the shot, but running all over the place to get the runs and keep the communication with the other partner. That's the main thing that must happen between batsmen.
And this was the unfortunate dismissal of Anisa Mohammed. The ball ricocheting off the bowling of Kamon. She had to go. Very, very unfortunate, with a big smile on her face nonetheless. And that's where we're going to leave it. To the end of 20 overs, the LCB Central Sharks 116 for 9. Felicia Walters top scoring with 60. I want to thank Sofia Belanios for chatting with us. She's a cricketer from Costa Rica. And thanks for your stay. Thanks for your entertainment. Thanks for your company. And a safe trip back home.
Thank you. Been great being here. We learn a lot, and we're loving the venues. We're loving the cricket that you have here.
Well, I hope you and Costa Rica can produce some more cricketers. And come next year, we hope that we can have more than just 2.
Thank you. We wish so too.
All the best in the future, guys. We're going to take a short break and resume in just about 15 minutes time for play from the second half of this Courts Grand Slam T20. Do stay tuned.
It already now go make no do it no more, mister.
Chatty, Mount Amasi, mix up. Why you no leave people business? I said below people business.
Good God, I tell you about. Now see near gap, nose in nearby your place one fix up. Why you no allow people business? Leave people business alone. Leave people business alone. Oh God. Young true them chatty, me can't live in peace. Them see me with down and run, gon' tell my Denise. Them a chit chat, upon my name, them a yip yap. Oh God.
See the hypocrites, them a galang day. You hear them out before you see them. A real talk can make the can't die and day. She left me cause she listen to them. When them a chit chat, upon my name, them a yip yap. Oh Lord, it's like them wow with the bus chat.
Really give them something for them stop chat. This is a warning to you.
Surprise!
Murder. Chatty, Mount Amasi, mix up. Why you no leave people business? I say for low people business. Good God, I tell you about.
Nah, see nigga, no see nearby your place one fix up. Why you not allow people business?
Welcome to TTEN, Trinidad and Tobago Entertainment Network. Every creed, equal place, one place for Caribbean people. Mass, music, art, pan, politics, food, dance, fashion, talent, technology, and much more. 10. Trinidad and Tobago Entertainment Network. Our world, our people, our passions. Your portal to Caribbean life. Find yourself.
We worship Him through the Word. We worship Him with psalms and hymn. We worship Him in spiritual song, and He surrounds us with songs of deliverance. It's back on August 17th and 18th from 6 p.m. at Napa. International Caribbean worship leader Minister Samuel Dyer and Shema Worship present True Worship, Songs of Deliverance. Featuring Sean Daniel, Blessed Messenger, Amanda Randio, Curtis Jordan, Gates Praise, and international gospel recording artist Phil Thompson. General tickets $180. Special tickets inclusive of album $200. Songs of Deliverance, a 2-day event for the transforming of the body of Christ through the word, psalm, hymns, and spiritual songs. Tickets available at Maranatha Bookstore, Ruth Avenue, San Fernando, and Tunapuna Road, Tunapuna. Divine Inspiration, Port of Spain. Christian Literature, Arima. For more info, call 319-9976.
Andre is on the ball with Sports Talk. Be in the know. Follow the game. Watch the Sports Talk with Andre Errol Batiste. Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. Listen to the people in sports. Get to know them on the Sports Talk with Andre Errol Batiste. Only on 10 TV. Remember to download the 10 TV app now on all Apple and Android devices and watch 10 TV wherever you go.
I take tea, my dear. I like my toast on one side, and you can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. You see me walking down Fifth Avenue, a walking cane here at my side. I take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. If manners make if man, as someone said, then he's the hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal
for 9, with Felicia Walters getting another 50. Actually, she got 60 not out and led her team to a brilliant 116. It could be very challenging indeed. I'm going to be joined shortly by Mr. Vinod Mamchan, who is taking a bit of a break, a bit of an extended one. But he's going to make his way back to the commentary position in a short while. They need 117 for victory. Opening the batting for the TTEN Southern Titans, Saxena and Chanel Lord. More than likely, Anisa Mohammed will be opening the bowling for the Central Sharks, and likely so. She has the ball in hand already. Divya Saxena and Chanel Lord, both opening pair for the TTEN Southern Titans. Mr. Mamchan, is that challenging total?
Given the exploits of Anisa, 116 may well seem a lot more than it really is, and one waits to see how they go about their business. Last night, of course, Mohammed opened the bowling and returned excellent figures of 2 for 16. If she can replicate that tonight, I think we may be in for some excitement.
Absolutely indeed. Anisa Mohammed has definitely shown her prowess. She was once ranked the top T20 bowler in the world. She's certainly shown that experience last night. That accuracy. Here she goes. Third delivery. Coming down the track and a chance for a catch, but also a chance for a run out. Bit of an anticlimax there, but no harm done.
Well, these two would have played a lot of cricket against and with each other. Chanel Lord looking to put her off by using her feet and to get to the pitch. And Mohammed, I think, would have been better served going for that one with both hands. You know, you're defending a score of 116. You need early wickets.
Indeed, and down the track again is Lord. Straight to the fielder. There is protection down there. Anisa Mohammed reading the game quite well, knowing that Chanel Lord is an attacking player. She has that protection down on the long on boundary. Divya Saxena, on the other hand, is probably a bit more subtle in her approach.
She is one of the Canadian players in the setup here, and Mohammed, with loads of experience, will be looking to outfox her and to send her back early. In order for LCB Sharks to apply, well, you were saying that she's more subtle in her approach there. Sachin, she's gotten a boundary.
Well, she's turned the tables around. I was told by Brittany Cooper that she's a stroke player, not an aggressor. But certainly she's pounced on a poor delivery by Anisa Mohammed, a rare poor delivery. And it was a low full toss. She made no mistake in putting it away. 4 runs to the total, 5 without loss in the first over.
Yes, and obviously some of these players coming from Canada. It's going to be different from those we have here.
An easy catch being put down by Ramdeen. A chance for a run out, trying to get back some sort of confidence there, but to no avail. That was an easy chance. She could not get around and pick up what would have been an easy catch. It would have been an early wicket.
In the air, it stayed up there for quite a long while, and we all know that when balls like that go into the air very high, all sorts of questions are asked by the player running under it. And we saw that she was really not close to it. She actually misjudged the distance from her.
At the end of the first over, 7 without loss. The half centurion comes in to pick up the attack from the northern end. Felicia Walters. She is certainly on a high.
Half centurion. One hopes that you're speaking about her age. And of course, she got a half century earlier on today.
Stroking down the ground, confident shot by Chanel Lord.
Well, just back to the discussion before on Saxena, she comes into face now. I was saying that most of these players, they form part of the Indian or Pakistani or diaspora. They end up in Canada and America, and they're pretty efficient at the game.
As you can see there, and this one was stroked to the boundary, but doing the cleaning up work is Samantha Bisoon, and they got 2 runs added to the total, and they're certainly moving quickly here in the response, chasing 117, currently 10 without loss. Felicia Walters straying on that occasion. They need to bowl spot on, they need to be wicket to wicket, and they need to also pick up wickets.
I think more importantly, Sachin did need to hold on to their catches, and we could have had an easy wicket there in the first over. Mohammed, I think, would be gutted by that, but she's an experienced campaigner, she's a leader of this team, and she needs to go back out there and fight.
Much better delivery, outside edge taken. Saxena getting the outside edge, a call for 2, but they're going to remain, and very disgruntled is Chanel Lord, and understandably so, but Saxena is not interested.
Night, and these girls are not showing themselves well. They're not carrying themselves well, at least 2 of them. We saw early on with Henry, and now we're seeing it with Lord. There's no reason to remonstrate like that. You don't see that in international men's cricket, or I can't see why that should be coming to the table.
Rightly said, Vinod, and I'm not happy with that at all. Pulled away straight to the fielder. They only get 1.
But just back to that delivery that was edged by Saxena. Again, she's living a charmed life so far, but she's still there. She is on 9. That delivery from Walters, actually she was playing for spin. The ball never turned, it just went on with the arm, took the outside edge, and went down to third man. So both openers so far could have created opportunities. In fact, they did create opportunities that were not really taken, and luck probably not going their way.
Having a drink or 2. I know Mr. Mamchan enjoyed a snack early on today, but I had myself a fruiter. Thank you very much, Fruiter, for providing some drinks.
I thought you were going to say thank you very much to Clayton Clark.
As well, he
brought that for you. Tell me, he's a very thrifty guy, you know. Very
really?
Economical.
Yes,
he gives nothing away. I would have loved to have played on a cricket team with him. I would have given him the ball to open bowling. On his way to Branlar Stadium, he passed a place called Freeport and turned around. This delivery is Hoyt going down to long on, and there's a single. Mr. Ramsubag, it's now 13 without loss.
13 without loss. The Techie Southern Titans well on their way, chasing that victory total of 117. But remember that at the end of the power play, at the end of 6 overs, the Central Sharks were 37 without loss. So just keep that in the back of your minds. The foundation was set. They were not able to capitalize during that middle over stages. Nisa Mohammed getting some turn on that occasion.
I guess the slowness of the track could work in favor here. of the Sharks team, because you look at their attack and it's centered around slow bowling. And it's always difficult to get the ball away. Initially with the new ball and the hardness of the new ball, the batters will be able to get it away to some extent. But Mohammed, using all of our experience there, to good effect.
Wide signaled, and they have a very good lineup of spin bowlers. Apart from Anisa Mohammed, you have Kamara Ragubar, Leandra Ramdeen, who bowled superbly, very economical. They both picked up 2 wickets last night in the eliminator. So it's not going to be an easy task for the Techie Southern Titans. And this is the final. The Central Sharks are not going to go down without a fight.
Well, that was good running on that occasion there by Saxena. She just played it away forward of square. And of course, not timing it as she would have liked. It took a while to get to Ramdeen, and she had enough time to get a single. Pushes the score now to 15, and a quiet start. I heard one of your advisors in the press box said that you're going to have an early night.
Chance for run out, but very easy single completed.
Yeah. Shoddy work there by Thompson on the outfield. And you need to keep the pressure. You don't have 180 on the board, you have 116. And you need to keep the pressure. Mohammed is doing what she does well, which is build pressure, and she's bowling well. She's in a second over. She's taken none for 11, but things have been a bit sloppy out there.
Better line delivery from Anisa Mohammed. That's the line that she works on. 3 overs have been completed. The TECU Southern Titans are 16 without loss.
A lovely shot of the Brian Lara Cricket Academy there, and this ground has really come alive here, Sachin, since it was commissioned, and it's wonderful to see. I know you guys in the Southland love your cricket, and you have it now in your own backyards.
We do. It's nice to come down to the Brian Lara Stadium, and a very good attempt there, and a chance for a run out, but hitting the kneecap of Felicia Walters. Hope she does not incur an injury, but she looks okay. A bit of a limp as well, but she's a soldier. She soldiers on, and had that been a direct hit, I'm sure Chanel Lord would have been running on the way back to the pavilion.
Lovely bit of work there by Anisa Mohammed, collecting that to her left and tumbling on the ground and releasing. I think what was key there, Sachin, was the fact that she released very quickly, and that created an opportunity for a possible run out, but Lord was not able to gather, and she lives to fight another day.
Certainly has. I'm going to get back to the point of the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, turning this one onto the leg side. Just going to get one. Getting back to your point of cricket in the South Trinidad, I really relish the opportunity to leave home at 5:30 to get to a venue for 6 o'clock.
Well, some guys relish the opportunity just to leave home. 18 without loss, and this delivery is driven away on the offside, and you can see Sachin, Chanel Lord looking to get after the bowling. To the back of her mind as well would be looking to maximize the power play. You're having a good time, Mr. Ramsubas.
Certainly I am. That's why I enjoy your commentary, Mr. Mamchan. I certainly do. It's not just about cricket, it's about entertainment as well, and that's what this entire competition is about. Women entertainment. I had a chat with Shari John. She has a Facebook page known as CWUSN Cricket.
Yes, yes.
Focused on cricket for the next few months, and a chance for a catch, and taken. Leandra Ramdeen, making no mistake, taking a dolly. It went straight up into the air, straight in the palms of Ramdeen, and Chanel Lord. She goes back to the pavilion. She goes for 6 rather. The TECU Southern Titans losing their first wicket at 18 in 4 overs.
Yes, a wonderful delivery there. Giving that one generous flight as we look at it again, and she was actually trying initially to go on the onside. She was playing across the line. It went in the air. The catch completed, playing across the line against the leg spinner, and that one she was out caught, taking the outer half of the bat and completing the catch on the offside. It's now 18 for 1, and that's a wonderful breakthrough there for Central Sharks. And they say once the Lord is on your side, you get most things going your way. Well, they have been able to remove the Lord, and the score is now 18 for 1.
Well, Cooper comes in with the wicket of Chanel Lord. She would certainly love to take a team through to the victory of the second Courts Grand Slam T20.
What a wonderful tournament this has been, and it has done tremendous good to women's cricket. Sachin, you're a man who follows cricket assiduously, and you would know that this is really a shot in the arm for women's cricket. It happened last year, and the girls have not looked back since. What I would like to see, though, is that this tournaments like this being replicated across the Caribbean.
I think it's going to be a bit difficult to replicate, because I've been told from an interview from Shari John and a part of a team that sponsorship is the main issue, because to fly players across from various venues, various territories as well, it's been quite difficult. That's why it's stuck in Trinidad, because this is where the support, the main support is coming from, Trinidadians.
Well, this is why you have to forge alliances with the air carriers.
It's a very good option. You should be in the realm of marketing, Mr. Mamchan.
Well, you know, I would like to see also probably a tournament like this being held in Tobago, because I think the authorities need to understand that Tobago is a prime destination for sport tourism.
Absolutely.
And it will also help, you know, to grow the game in the Sister Isle.
I think so as well. A competition like this in the prime touristic time, which is.
Yes, and Shari John is a good friend of mine. This delivery, though, is misfelt there by, is that Ramdeen? And they're going to come back for 2. 20 for 1 at the end of the first power play of this game. That's a Sharks power play. They were 37 without loss. And now TECU finds themselves on a 20 for 1.
Yeah, a bit on the back foot, losing a wicket before the power play. Always is a spoke in your wheel, really.
And speaking of Shari John, Guardian many years ago with me, and she always had a passion for women's sport. And you know, hats off to her. She normally uses strong covering women's cricket, and that's another wicket. A full toss. Saxena making that one into a full toss, and she's out caught. The score now 20 for 2, and all of a sudden the complexion of this game here, Sachin, it's changing. Saxena is now
manipulated that one into a full toss, coming down the track, a little jig down the track and straight into the hands of the fielder, and she made no mistake. It was struck with some bit of timing as well, but unfortunately Saxena has to go, and the tacky Southern Titans are certainly on the back foot, chasing that now an imposing total, it looks like, of 117.
Call it scoreboard pressure, and I thought that Saxena would be very, very disappointed with herself. You know, that was a full toss. She just had to pick her spot, and she picked the fielder, and she is the dugout. And Grimond comes in now at 20 for 2, and I was saying Shari John, actually, I think she was on one of the teams. I don't know if she played any of the games. Yes, she plays with the Sharks. So she's not on tonight?
No,
she didn't make the final 11?
No, she did not.
What encourage encourage her to keep on working. She loves women's sport.
Indeed she has. Much good and a big appeal for LBW, and the umpire is unmoved.
Yes, Mohammed was not going to get that one today. Tomorrow or the other day. And that one was actually struck. On that occasion, Drummond was struck outside the off stump playing a shot, and you're not going to get a leg before decision there.
She's a big figure, Drummond. She has a tall stance as well.
I like that, a big figure. Normally in men's cricket we say a big unit. Yes, and Cherry John, I think at one point in time, such is a passion for cricket, she was the president of Musai Sports. And she was playing for that club as well. And I'll give you a little stat about her very shortly after this delivery.
Solid in defense is Drummond. She's certainly looking to consolidate based on the advice of her skipper. And at the end of over number 5, the TTEN Southern Titans are 20 for the loss of 2 wickets.
I remember one time Cherry John was actually opening the batting for Musai, and Stacey Ann King scored 100. Coming at number 3 was Deandra Dutton, who got 143. She was also dismissed, and Cherry John came out unbeaten on 14.
Very interesting fact indeed. She's probably in the Guinness Book of Records with that one. Supporting both partners well indeed. 14 runs.
Yes, and she was actually holding up an end.
Well, that's quite interesting. You see that type of batting in the countryside.
Looking at that last delivery there, Sachin, and Cooper on the back foot. She has to be very careful here. The ball is actually keeping a bit low on this track, and she needs to be wary of that.
Felicia Walters getting a bit carried away on that occasion. She really needs to be focused on and stick to what is working for her, which is pitching that ball on the off stump, getting a bit of purchase off the pitch as well. Much better. You can see that the ball getting on the inside half of the bat. Chance for a overthrow, not just cleaning up. Good backing up by the team, and you can see that there is a bigger intention now with that fall of the second wicket. The entire team is now coming up and looking forward with playing with a bit more passion is the Central Sharks.
But it has given them that lift, and of course, you know, looking now to get another wicket. What they need to do and what they need to understand is that when Sharks lost their first wicket, they were able to claw back into the game, and they kept control because they were taking wickets on a regular basis.
Very good delivery by Felicia Walters. That one mere millimeters away from the off stump, and local parlance, one coat of paint again and it would have been gone.
Yes, and that delivery just playing down the wrong line there, Drummond. And deliveries like that, you have to really be informed to get a nick.
Diving stop there. Still managed to get one, and that's what they need to do at this point after losing 2 quick wickets. Rotate the strike, try their best to frustrate their bowler, milk their best. Bowler, which is possibly Anisa Mohammed on the team, who is going to be continuing.
Able to redeem herself because, you know, a couple of overs ago she was on the offside, not doing good work. And this delivery is punched away over mid-off for 4. That was a bad ball. It was short and wide, and preferring to stay on the back foot, Cooper lifting it over mid-off for 4. The score goes on now to 27 for 2.
That's a superb shot. It was asked to be hit. Felicia Walters on that occasion misjudging the length, and certainly Brittany Cooper not misjudging that shot at all. Take a look at it once more. My goodness, that's a shot of a powerful unit in that of Brittany Cooper. Making no mistake, she is the captain and she would want to pull the team through over that victory target of 117.
But any delivery short and outside the off stump, she's going to go back on that favoured back foot. She has a very open stance. And again, this time she goes down the ground, and this is over the ropes for 6. A wonderful shot getting to the pitch, and the skipper she means business at this point in time. It's now 33 for 2, and the last 2 balls of the power play, she definitely cashed in.
That was a shot of authority. Take a look at it. The wide Chandapur-like stance. It was overpitched and made no mistake. A lovely flowing bat. Beautiful backswing over the ropes for 6. Brittany Cooper moves up to 11. The score after 6 overs, 33 for 2 at the end of the power play as well. And they fielded down on the long on boundary, said, oh my goodness, I'm going to have a catch somewhere tomorrow maybe.
Well, that one was well struck, and you can look at her. She has this wide open stance, but at the point of contact, she gets nicely, she moves nicely into line, and that's the key. Probably that open stance, she feels comfortable. They call it these days a 2-wide stance, and very fortunate. In fact, it's very unfortunate that long ago you had this one-eyed stance, so to speak. And that is why Clayton Clark never made it anywhere in cricket. And had he known there was a 2-eyed stance, he might have actually gotten off the mark. As from the southern end is Ramdeen. Ramdeen bowled very well last night. Went for 27 runs, but she got 2 wickets.
Absolutely, she bowled fantastic. And she came into a very pressure situation when the team was taking over and doing just what her skipper wanted, which is to constrict the scoring of runs. And she also picked up 2 wickets. She's a very nice approach to the crease, no big movement whatsoever, but very focused young lady she is.
Right arm leg spinner. Very short run up as well. Seems to be bowling off her shoulders.
She has an action probably adapted from the Indian spinner Harbhajan Singh. They really need to push on here, the Techie Southern Titans. The way they're going, Brittany Cooper not changing her approach, making sure that the runs are always being scored. Driving confidently just for 1. Need to keep the scorecard ticking and not put themselves back into a shell.
Well, I think Cooper has realized that, and she is going to probably do what Mohammed did towards the end of towards the end of Sharks' innings. When she came in, there was a lot more urgency in running between the wickets and looking to get the scoreboard ticking, because the scoreboard actually stagnated after a while.
There's Ramdeen on that occasion, and there's a chance here for a boundary, but not just stopping before. Is it gonna get 2? The long legs of Brittany Cooper getting home quite easily. By the time she was over on this side of the crease, which is on the northern end, Grimond was still halfway down.
Yes, and you said that was a chance at the boundary. I thought that was a chance at the run out, but Felicia Walters, she was not able to get the ball back in quickly enough.
Another short, sharp single. A direct hit there. Could have been a bit of trouble, but she looked a bit home. Leg by signal by the umpire. The score ticks around to 37 for 2 upon completion of over number 7.
Well, they still require further 80 runs off 13 overs, and at this point in time, I'll say it's even Stephens. 8 wickets in hand. Brittany Cooper is the key to me, and if her team is to get off and get over the line, I think she will have a big hand here to play tonight.
Certainly, and remember that they do have Deandra Dottin in their lineup as well, so that's she's no fluke with the bat. She's almost like a Kieran Pollard or Chris Gale in your team. She's certainly a dangerous player. She wears number 112 on her back.
Well, I remember her getting 112 in an ODI for the West Indies at the World Cup, and that's her highest score. These days, we see players, posting their high scores on their backs. Your good friend Darren Ganga, who works with you at flow, you look at it at his very posh Range Rover, I think you would see it's 260, because that was his highest first class score for Trinidad and Tobago. He wants you to remember that when he's driving around the roads in Parakport, South Trinidad.
I wonder what Yassine Abu Bakar's number plate would be.
I know, I don't know. On his back, that was his highest score.
Bowling change from the northern end. Kamara Raghuba takes up the attack. Again, her economical style of bowling continues from last night. It was almost like she's bowling a fifth over tonight. Started off, and here is Brittany Cooper slog sweeping away for 6. What a shot! Magnificent shot. It went straight up onto the sandbank and hit the bank and came right back down. What a shot from the big player.
Well, the Sharks fans very quiet in the stands there, as you can see, and that was basically taken from outside the off stump. It's what we call a slug sweep, and that was struck with tremendous power. 6, although the ropes are in, that was a 6, even if they were back. Oh, that's a better delivery there from Raghuba, and she needs to understand that you can't go into her range. Once you go into her range and gives her the space, the room to free her levers, she's going to go with you. She's that sort of player, and she knows that her team is really depending on her tonight. She's on 19, and the score all of a sudden now a 43 for 2. A couple overs like that again, Sachin, and she will tilt the balance in her favor.
Certainly so, and I remember in her second match, because the first one was rain out, the second match that she played, she got 76 from 42 balls. There we say Hiba Shamshad, one of the Canadian exchange players who came down for this particular competition. She represented the UDCOT Northern Star Blazers.
Well, I've been corrected by my good friend and, of course, a specialist in the women's form of the cricket, Nasira Mohammed from the CWI. She tells me that her 112 is her highest T20 score, and she's also the only female player to have scored 2 T20 centuries. Thanks a lot for that information, Nasira. Keep up the good work.
Absolutely, the current media officer for the senior Windies men's team. Good evening to you, Miss Mohammed.
And Miss Mohammed, who now I think she is settled in Antigua. We miss seeing her around in the press box. The score at the moment, 43 for 2. This is the 9th over. Cooper is on 19 and Grimond is on 2.
Well, Antigua is a beautiful place, you know.
This delivery is pushed away on the offside. I'm sure it's beautiful. Probably not as beautiful as San Francisco in South Trinidad. I always tend to see you in San Francisco, you know.
I need to be very careful, Mr. Mamchan. You have eyes all around.
I remember seeing you there recently when a young man actually struck a 6 and landed onto the roof of a teacher's car.
Certainly, and that young man is one to look forward for in the future. Young and upcoming player from Naparima College. They're producing so many cricketers.
Yes, Romario King.
That's the young man indeed. He's a king in his own way. Dominating his level of cricket in under 15 and under 17.
One delivery to go in the 9th over. That's a good delivery there from Rakuba. Pulling that one back a bit in that uncertain zone. So on that occasion, Cooper is in two minds. She can't play the slug sweep. She's unable to tell which way the ball is going because Rahuba could also handle herself well in terms of bowling the googly.
Interesting.
That puts doubt in any batsman's mind. When you can like any leg spinner who can bowl a googly will always create that sort of doubt.
Always adding that analytical eye is Mr. Vinod Mamchan. The crowd is a lot better than last night. I was told that the easy figure of $40 to enter. That's Gramond getting into the act of aggressive batting now. That's how a partnership works. Once your partner is scoring profusely on the other end and playing confident shots, you automatically feel empowered to do the same.
And we've seen that here with Gramond tonight. She was very uncertain before Cooper came in. Cooper is on 19 and she's going down the ground. That's the safest place on a cricket field to hit the ball. Straight back over the head of Raghubar into the boundary for 4. The score now goes on to 49 for 2. I tell you something, Brittany Cooper is looking a cut above the rest here.
Certainly, well, in her that's a magnificent shot. In the previous over, she hit a 6 in that very same region. On this occasion, 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the boundary rope for 4. And I was saying in her second match that she played, she got 76 from 42 deliveries and struck 7 sixes. She's no fluke with the bat. She loves and she enjoys hitting sixes, and a sharp single. That one had a bit of extra turn on that occasion. Last night we saw in the second innings that the 50 coming up for the Techie Southern Titans in 9.3 overs. Cooper is on 24, Gramond on 4. And last night in the second innings, we saw a lot more purchase off the pitch from the bowling team. The ball spun and ripped square. Here's Gramond again playing an extravagant looking shot. No timing whatsoever. Still managed to pick up a single. Raghubar, and that occasion pushing through that delivery a bit more. Some more revs on it as well. She's certainly adapted to the aggressive nature of Cooper. She's pulled her length back and pushing through the deliveries a bit more now. And here is Cooper against long sweeping away for 6. Oh my goodness! Brittany Cooper is taking this game away single-handedly away from the LCB Central Sharks. And she moves up superbly now to 30. Gramond is a mere bystander. They on 5 with a wide stance indeed. Slog sweeping away for 6 in the very same spot that she hit Raghubar in the previous over.
After 7 overs, the score was actually 20 for 2. And the last 3 overs, they've gotten 37 runs. It's now 57 for 2. And if she could stay in there for a couple overs again, definitely now the game has swung in her favor, in her team's favor. And if she can stay in there for any length of time again, I think that they will become the champions. Titans 57 for 2 after 10 overs. Ramdeen none for 4. She has bowled well, but Raghubar taken all over the place. 19 runs in her 2 overs, and I think it's a deliberate ploy to attack Raghubar, because when Raghubar pitches, we all know how dangerous she is. Last night she took 2 for 14 in her 4 overs, and that was a wonderful shot indeed.
Well, at the halfway point, both teams are taking a refreshment break. Trying to regroup is the LCB Central Sharks. They're on the receiving end of a nuclear attack from Brittany Cooper. And we're going to take a look at the highlights as well. In the balance at this point, at the beginning of the innings, it was well into this
coming down, and that was a let off, and that was the first wicket there, Sachin.
Yeah, redeeming herself on that occasion, picking up an easy catch, and that was the next catch coming in the next over. Raghubar taking an easy one, but in came Brittany Cooper, who certainly added flair to the she hit a 4, then she hit Felicia Walters for a 6, and this was the slug sweeper favored shot for the night so far.
Yes, she loves that shot, and that is her her form of attack against the slower bowler. She normally favors that slog sweep, and as you can see there, once Raguba went into her range anywhere close, just to give her the room. On that tonight.
Well, the incoming bowler from the southern end, or as you fondly refer to it as the south.
So starting to play some full shots.
And that's what you get when you have vision, that you adapt from your play.
To Bisoon continues there. Easier against Bisoon with the ball coming onto the bat, and both of them they've shot them.
Remember, you are looking
big wicket. Brittany Cooper goes, and this is the little crack. Of the back to the pavilion. Line went in the air, and Thompson took an easy catch down there at a backward point, and that's a big wicket here, Sachin. That could be the opening for the Sharks.
certainly so. And you mentioned Brittany Cooper being a big fish. Well, I'm not too sure what is a bigger fish than a shark, but she was eaten up by the Sharks.
I like that. Ramonda comes in now to strike. Remember, the players would have crossed, and Deandra Dottin is on the non-strikers end. This is Bisoon.
Samantha Bisoon. Stacey and King told me that her local domestic club cricket career has been almost perfect.
Which club she plays for?
Presal Phoenix.
Presal Phoenix. Thought she played for Shari John's club.
Here's Bisoon, very focused indeed. Medium pacer, the first medium pacer to be bowling for the Central Sharks this evening. You know, in South Trinidad, the wind ball cricket for women is extremely competitive, and Samantha Bisoon has been ranked as a possible seeded player for women in wind ball cricket.
I'm not a big fan of wind ball cricket, you know, Sachin. This time, this one is played away down to a deep cover for a single, and sometimes you've seen many national players. I was about to ask you whether or not she bowls the wind ball or if she throws it, because we've seen many national players legal bowl action and they continue going back to wind ball when they're past time. Not
bowl, at the win ball. She does not, but she just focuses where win ball is concerned. I've seen her.
Well, I think what's you know, the eyesight's not so wonderful as it used to be. They may well want to play a bit of win ball. Keep your eyes on Grimond. She has grown tremendously in confidence, and she is someone that they'll be looking towards. That's at least the Titans to continue to fight, allow Dottin to settle a bit, and we all know what Dottin can do once she has settled.
Wide delivery by Ramdeen. Grimond with a big smile on her face saying, oh, I missed out on a chance. The mix up here, but manages to get home easily without any hassle.
Well, that was always going to be a single, and well judged by Grimond. It was her call. Was moved on now. 67 for 3.
The crowd, many persons in the crowd came to see Dottin perform tonight, based on her reputation, and she's bowled him. Oh my goodness, what a spectacular delivery from Liana Ramdeen, and look at the celebrations. It certainly means the world to them. Oh my goodness, the wicketkeeper is hugging everybody. Anisa Mohammed, Liana Ramdeen is the hero for the LCB Central Sharks tonight, and Deandra Dottin threw bat and pad in spectacular fashion. Oh my goodness, what is happening here for the TECU Southern Titans?
You can hear the roll of the Tassa, and it seems as if TECU came with their Tassa tonight. But let's look at this delivery again, and on that occasion Ramdeen brought that one back into her. That was the googly, and she is dismissed. Playing for turn, it turned, but in the opposite direction. Look at this one, came right back into her. Well disguised googly to get rid of the master batsman in Deandra Dottin.
That's absolutely superb. It's a delivery of international quality.
Yes, and that may well be the ball of the tournament. A wonderful, wonderful delivery. Now, 67 for 4, 50 required, and it's game on here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Game on indeed. A paw raising encounter at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. This is the Courts Grand Slam T20, and the players are,
well, you said
having a time.
Yes, you said that the crowd here, which I think could probably number around 700-800, and they came to see Deandra Dottin. Well, they saw her receive the ball of the tournament in my estimation, and Ramdeen in her third over, 1 for 7. What a find here for the Titans.
Well, she's certainly one is going to be back in their team come next year, and there she continues, full of confidence. The new batter, Shania Abdul, another aggressive batswoman from not too far, a stone's throw away from here in Irie Village, Princestown.
Yes, and we all know about her exploits. We saw her on the domestic scene, and what she did. She actually took South to the interzone title here and represented Trinidad and Tobago well on the regional scene. I would like to see the way Ramdeen is turning this ball, and Ramdeen there's a bit of mystery about her bowling. I would like to see Mohammed put some pressure on the new batsman, probably get in a slip there for a ball or two, and just create that extra dimension for her.
Really love to see that as well. I think we in the Caribbean, after 12 overs, 67 for 4. We in the Caribbean tend to be very defensive at points in time, especially in T20 cricket.
Yes, and recently in the Test series with West Indies and Sri Lanka and West Indies and Bangladesh, I saw a change in the approach of skipper Jason Holder. He became a lot more aggressive, and it paid dividends for the West Indies. As you said, 67 for 4. And earlier on, you know, I agreed. I was about to agree with you that the crowd really came to see Deandra Dutton. She's probably the biggest name here in this tournament, and definitely the crowd didn't come in to see Clayton Clark cover the match. They came to look at Deandra Dutton bat.
Well, they came together. Treat, but the treat was
to do on that occasion. She has to understand team has just lost 2 critical wickets, 2 big wickets. She needs to stay out there now. That, I think that shot was uncalled for. The required rate is nothing out of the ordinary, and that was an uncalled for shot. She's lucky to still be there.
And there's a chance going up in the air, but falling just short of the 3 fielders who converged in that mid-off region rather.
Well, having said all of that, she decides to prove us wrong, and she haven't learned from her mistake. The next ball, the very next delivery, she could have been back in the pavilion, and that would have put the game firmly on the side of the TTEN Southern Titans. Scoreboard pressure is going to start to tell now. 49 to win, and this is over number 13. I think we're in for a very exciting game here, Sachin. It will do so much for women's cricket and for the wonderful fans who have shown up here tonight to support these lovely ladies.
Certainly coming down to an entertaining end after a one-sided affair last night. A very low-scoring encounter.
I like the lines adopted here by Bissoon. She has done well in terms of her lines, and she has created problems. It's not easy being a faster bowler on these sort of tracks.
Well, when you're under pressure, you get deliveries such as that and not able to put it away. It certainly hurts coming down to the final 3 overs.
Shania Abdul is one who plays her shots as well. She should probably use a few deliveries and get accustomed to the pace, especially the pace of this track, before she looked to launch.
Wide delivery, immediately apologizing as Samantha Bissoon, looking to exploit that wide line.
I think she should apologize to me as well. I just praised her for having an immaculate line tonight, and she decides to prove me wrong. See, Mr. Clark is stocking up on his vitamin C.
And there's a chance for LBW, and he's gone! She's gone! Shania Abdul goes, and oh my, what an old storybook we have here, and it's been written at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The TTEN Southern Titans are having the long time collapse. Oh my goodness, Shania Abdul is walking back very, very disappointed, and she should be, but Samantha Bissoon on that occasion, a ball nipping back in to the field, to the batswoman, and absolutely plumb.
Well, Abdul has been getting the ball to move away from the right-handers tonight. And of course, Abdul being a left-hander, that ball would have been coming into her. She was actually struck between wicket and wicket, and the umpire had no hesitation in sending that. And on that occasion, she didn't help her cause by playing across the line. Early days in your innings, I think she would have been better served, Sachin, looking to play in the V, and on that occasion she paid the price. 69 for the loss now of 5 wickets.
Really, really unfortunate to see the TTEN Southern Titans in this position, but many call it the game of glorious uncertainties, but I'm going to continue branded it as the game of love and unity. That's what we bring out here.
Unity.
That's what this competition has brought out with these ladies, love and unity. Well, certainly unifying the female aspect of the game in the region.
Shakira Salman is now in there, and she has experience on her side. It's going to be very interesting to see her approach.
Here is Samantha Bissoon running in confidently again, pitching the ball in the right areas. Chance for a run out, and a direct hit would have been gone.
Well, it's all happening out there, and after coming in and playing the proper cricketing shot, playing straight in front of her, and go off. Had that been a direct hit, she would have been found wanting on that occasion. It's the end of 13, 70 for 5. Grimond is on 13, and Selman has a big role now to play 7 overs to get 47 with 5 wickets in hand.
Well, it's some of the support groups here. For the various teams, you see the TKR T-shirt, but obviously the TKR, they're going to be in action come next week at the Queen's Park Oval. Excited for the CPL?
Yes, the CPL has really caught on nicely, and you know, it crept up on everyone because of the fact that I think the fans were focusing on the World Cup of football, but now the CPL is the next best thing right around the corner.
Well, my friends from school told me the next best thing other than sliced bread is the Caribbean Premier League, indeed. But Ramdeen continues in her final over. Just 7 runs she leaked, picking up 1 wicket with that, and that 1 wicket could very well count as a 5-wicket haul.
Well, she has been brilliant. It has been a magical spell, and you can see Ramdeen playing on the mind of the batters out there. Selman, that was a short delivery, and Selman didn't do much with it, just looking, and she's actually playing her off the pitch. She just got back and played her down the track, this time outside the off stump, and she's going to get another single. Selman taking the mature approach here, Sachin.
Absolutely. I think this is the way that they should approach the next 3 or 4 overs. Try to build a partnership back, and that's where you're going to get yourself back into this match. And while building that partnership, while rotating the strike and picking up singles, picking up twos, in between you need to pounce on the bar delivery that you may get 1 and over at this level of cricket. But Ramdeen has not put any on offer so far. Driving confidently down the ground is Grimond, and she's still there. We've seen that she has the capabilities of playing attacking strokes, but she's certainly put a check. She's listened to you, Mr. Mamchan. She's certainly put a check on her aggressive intent.
Well, for once, Nasira Mohammed agrees with me. She's saying that Selman can hold her own. And Selman has actually shown that. You've seen a level of maturity from Selman since she has arrived at the crease, Sachin.
And there's a chance for LBW, but unmoved, possibly a bit too high, maybe going down the leg side as well. That ball pitched on Midland off, indicating hitting on the thigh guard. Let's take a look at the slow-mo.
Well, she was actually struck on the roll. Might have been high, could have been going down the leg side because that was the googly.
This team has certainly come to life, the Central Sharks, and they should be, because they've restricted now the Techie Southern Titans after a wonderful mid-innings by their skipper, Cooper. They are now 72 for 5 after 14 overs. 45 runs to win from the remaining 36 deliveries.
Very gettable. But you have to factor in the fact that 5 wickets are down, 5 of the girls are back in the dugout, but also while saying that, one has to understand that Grimond has been in there for quite a while, and she has shown that she can hit the ball. Selman is the senior person out there though, and Selman needs to marshal her to get the best out of her.
Well, certainly a bit of huge bit of moisture there. Lots of mud accumulating on the boot of Samantha Bisoon, ensuring that everything is a-okay, that no balls and more than likely no injuries are incurred to her. Well, earlier on today in St. Kitts Nevis, we saw the Windies falling to an informed Bangladesh team.
Yes, by 18 runs, the Windies are going on the 2-1. I would have liked to have seen a Windies victory there. obviously because of the fact that Bangladesh are ranked higher than them, and just as they did in the Test series, they leapfrogged Bangladesh. So now they're in 8th position as far as Test matches are concerned, and you know, one would have liked to have seen the West Indies going on to win that series as well. She's ball all over the place. A wonderful delivery, well pitched up by Samantha Bissoon, a Yorker that gets rid of Grimond, and that's a huge breakthrough. Definitely advantage here for TECU Southern Titans.
Well, the TECU Southern Titans, they're certainly looking down and out right now.
Bissoon, the blonded bomber from the south, 3 for 10. Wonderful hairstyle. I like it. Andrew Russell look-alike.
Interesting. Very, very interesting observation there.
3 for 10.
Russell look-alike. She has the bowling figures of an Andrew Russell as well. She's an all-rounder. Clipping the pad, it should not be a wide, it's not. Hope Andrew Russell recovers in time for the CPL. Lots of people look forward to seeing him in action, the Superman Andrew Russell.
Yes, and he is actually captain in the Talawas this year.
Seen a lot of excitement.
Who are you backing? Who are you following for the CPL?
I will continue to follow the TKR. Again, Yorker length delivery, but more so on the leg side. They're looking for one, they get one, they're going to come back for two. 2 runs signaled.
And you know, speaking of the TKRs, you look at the TECU girls and they're looking a bit worried at, yes, the TECU girls are looking a bit worried. The Sharks are on a rampage, and their dugout has grown pretty quiet. The girls are normally very passionate about the sport, but they're very, very quiet. Troubling times, 43 to get. 5.5 overs to do it. 4 wickets in hand, and Bissoon is on fire.
Here's Samantha Bissoon again. Pitched up on the leg side, turned away, and it may have the momentum to get to the ropes, and it's going, and it has gone. A welcome boundary being played there by Renelle Dookie, and the dugout has been re-energized. And that's a very good shot played by Dookie.
Yes, a bad line on that occasion from Bissoon, straying down the leg side, and Dookie was able to get that one in between the fielder square leg and backward square leg into the fence for 4. A lovely shot. Not trying to overhit the ball. I think her eyes would have lit up seeing that one angle down the leg side and coming at a full length. But she just never tried to overhit it. She got the desired result. The score now is 78 for 6. I see Shari John in the dugout there. Shari John from the Central Sharks.
Shari is looking very relaxed and enjoying because the Sharks, they're on an attack right now, shark attack.
Yes, a shark attack. I'm also seeing Jared Garcia, their coach. And I don't know if you can help me out with this, Sachin, as this delivery goes down the leg side again. Bissoon losing her shape a bit now, and she just needs to calm down and don't try to overdo anything. I'm looking at the Sharks in the dugout, and they're wearing a black armband.
Well, I'm not too sure why they're wearing that black armband.
Well, the spectators catch more than anything else. And that would be interesting to find out. End of 15, so the equation is 38-5, which is gettable in T20 cricket.
It's very, very easy target in T20 cricket, but take into consideration that they're losing a bit of confidence here. They've lost lots of confidence because they lost the 2 wickets of their captain Brittany Cooper and then Deandra Dottin, who they were banking on.
Well, I'm looking at that replay, and
I would love to see that replay once again.
Yes. Was this a bump ball? I don't think it was. I think she should have been given out, at least from what we are seeing. Let's have another look. That was Bisoon again, another well-pitched up delivery, and I think that she is very lucky to still be there, Dookie. I think Samantha Bisoon should have gotten her 4th wicket there, Sachin.
I think so as well, but we're so accustomed to seeing the ball coming off the ground that they just went on with the motion, and it did come off the ground.
Good
Sharp single
there by Raghubar. Well.
That's quite interesting to see that. We have the benefit of a replay here, but the umpires, they don't. But it also goes to show how important technology is where cricket is concerned.
Yes, and had they go to the 3rd umpire, the television umpire, I think he would have signaled in the affirmative for the girls from Central.
Well, they're still picking up the singles. That's not going to do it for them, but it is still good. Let's look at this catch once again. Here is Samantha Bisoon.
I think this is the best angle to see it from, actually. Look at it. Bouncing before the bat came down, and then she took it in the air straight back to the bowler. I think that should have been given out, and Bisoon did inquire from the umpire if it was a catch or not, and he signaled not out.
Raghubar bowling a 3rd over, leaked some runs. She's gone for 21, probably their most expensive bowler so far.
But she was taken to task by Brittany Cooper, playing 2 slug sweeps that both went for. And the dangerous thing here, Sachin, is that 1 big over could turn this game right around. 35 after this over, you have 4 to go. Still, I will put the Central Sharks ahead. And she's bowled him.
Really, really easy. You know, it's almost as if it's rehearsed so far. So she's still there. Let's see.
Well,
not bowled.
In fact,
attempted
stumping.
Yes.
Caught me unawares there. 82 for 6, so 4 to get 35. I still put the advantage here with the bowling team.
I think so as well. They're moving in confidence. Their tails are high. It's wagging as well because they're having fun. And the Sharks, they're on an attack, a shark attack, because they've gotten their 2 big wickets. And I'm going to go back to that. Those 2 wickets were lost within the space of 2 overs. And losing those 2 wickets there, that was very crucial for the Techie Southern Titans.
Yes, well, the skipper is back. Look. Strike here, Sachin. I think this may well be over. 1 for 13, being her economical self.
Down the track is Selman, and a drop catch!
But yeah, she makes up for it. Ramdeen it was, or was it Raghubar putting down that catch? And immediately returning to her skipper, and the skipper will take it. 7 down for 82.
Well, they're just looking for wickets now because conceding runs, they're not getting much runs. That's Raghubar. But immediately had the presence of mind to get that ball right back to the skipper and administer the knockout punch in the form of a run out. A wicket, another wicket goes down for the Southern Titans. 82 for 7.
There's our good friend Shari John coming off the field very gingerly. Shari John carrying a bit of weight. We have to speak to Shari John about that. She seems to have enjoyed Christmas.
Well, Christmas, probably Christmas in July.
It's funny enough, yesterday I went to Courts to shop. And you had Christmas in July.
Certainly, I understand they were sharing black cake and sorrel.
Yes, I didn't go for that though, Sachin. Clayton Clark might have done that. I actually went to purchase a washing machine and got it at a fantastic price.
Let's see you getting your duties on, Mr. Mamchan, with a chance for a catch here, but going in the middle of both players. Samantha Bisoon doing the cleaning up work in the end there. But you purchased a new washing machine. Tell me all about that.
Yes, you may well see me with new clothes. And clean clothes next time. Just to say, you know, Courts has been a wonderful supporter here of the cricket. And yes, Trinidad and Tobago.
Certainly so. And we've all bought into the aspect of Christmas in July. We love our Christmas here, Trinidad and Tobago. Not just doubles. Katrina Walcott, the new batter. 32 to win from 3.3 overs. The runs are still gettable, but just 3 wickets in hand. Anisa Mohammed bowling, and you still have Kamara Raghubar to bowl 1 more over. It's not going to be an easy task whatsoever.
Well, attempt at a run out there, Sachin. The score 85 for 7. And Tuki, who has looked good since going in there, she is on a 10. Walcott has joined. Walcott yet to score, and Walcott is actually taking strike from the West Indies of spinner Mohammed.
Cut away straight to the fielder, and a chance for no chance for run out, but because they're settling to give them just a single. But 86 for the loss of 7 wickets after 17 overs, and with 31 runs to go in just 18 deliveries, it could be something different.
Well, the supporters, they've come out here in their numbers, and they're not looking to please, you know, and probably looking at our screen there, we're seeing some Southern supporters. Well, things haven't shaped up too nicely in their favor.
Well, certainly things have shaped up nicely for the Sharks. Good work there by, I'm sure, the cameraman Nigel
Jawahir.
That's the man. He usually gets those shots
yes,
in perfection.
Holds his shape. .86 for 7, 3 overs to go. and a small matter of 31. I think with wickets in hand, they could have made a fist of it. But I think at this point in time, unless something extraordinary happens out there, I think the Sharks will be celebrating tonight. Raghuba has come back nicely into her own after taking a beating from Brittany Cooper. And she has pulled it back somewhat. Done for 22. This is a fourth and final over.
I think Anisa Mohammed saw that she was struggling against the more powerful batters, the more experienced campaigners in women's cricket. So she saved her for the back end. Hopefully they got the wickets, and they did. She now pulled her back to an area that she's comfortable with, slashing outside the off stump, getting an outside edge. They're going to get one, looking for a two. They should get back comfortably. Ramdeen doing the fielding effort in the end there, and 2 runs added to the total. 2 much needed runs for the Southern Titans. And Coach Garcia is I'm sure he's happy inside, but he's not showing it on the outside.
And if you look at the girls, you actually see the armbands. Even on Garcia's shirt, there's an armband. I think that's something that we should probably get some more information on, because if the girls are paying respect, you know, to something or someone, I think we should probably give them kudos for that. 88 for 7, win over number 18, and Raghuba continues to bowl. She has come back nicely, Sachin.
Certainly so. And she's come back nicely indeed. Here is Raghuba again, crouching Patrina Walcott. Not able to free her arms whatsoever.
My good friend Sachin always comes to cricket with a big bottle of water. It's very funny, you know. He's the first man I've seen, you know, drink so much water and smile. I don't know if something is in the water.
I certainly enjoy my hydration. Very good fielding down in the end there by Thompson. But brings an end to a very easy over. 90 for the loss of 7 wickets after over number 18. Kamara Raghuba completes a spell of 4 overs. No maidens, 26 runs, no wickets. Anisa Mohammed also completes her 4 overs. She got 17 runs, 1 wicket. And the scattering of crowds there, I'm certain that, I'm not too sure if we can identify which supporters supporting which team, but I'm certain that they're having a good entertaining night.
It's good to see that they come out to support women's cricket. And even while the Windies men team was struggling, the women brought smiles to our faces. I mean, they did us really, really proud. And the footage you're now seeing is from the northeastern stand. And we are seeing Anthony Hollis Gray, the former West Indies fast bowler turned commentator. He's enjoying himself in the crowd, probably getting some advice on commentary. We may well employ him for the CPL.
Really nice to get that opportunity. It's I've been told it's much easier to get a t-shirt to fit him than a shoe.
Tony Gray, I will let him know that.
He told me that if I pay $200 for a shoe, he has to special order it like a Range Rover.
A big unit, Tony Gray.
Indeed.
Prides himself as being the best looking fast bowler to have ever played for the West Indies. It's an opportunity for a run out here, and I think that she is back. Walcott is back safely. Dookie goes on now. That should be 13, and the score should be 92 for 7. Yes, 92 for 7. An opportunity as you look at the replay. That one took the inner half of Dookie's bat, but because it wasn't well timed, it gave her an opportunity to go back for 2. 25 to get.
Samantha Bisoon continues from the southern end, and a slashing, and it could be a chance for a catch. Thompson makes no mistake, and they're well on their way now to a victory. And the TTEN Southern Titans are going down into the dungeon. And the Central Sharks, the LCB Central Sharks, boy oh boy, are they having a superb night.
Samantha Bisoon picks up her 4th scalp, and she has really led the way for the Central Sharks. Just when we thought the spinners would hold their own, the spinners will have to take them to victory. Samantha Bisoon keeping things simple, nice line, nice length. On that occasion, though, it was outside the off, so it was wide, but you can't fault Dookie, because at this point in time, she had to go after anything that was served up to her, given the fact that 25 is still required, and she was out of court on that occasion. 4 for 19, Samantha Bisoon, and that is wonderful bowling indeed.
Super stuff from Samantha Bisoon. Lovely. I saw some footage from that.
Yes, on assignment for the Trinidad Guardian.
Lovely, lovely indeed. Here is Bisoon. Ooh, just past the leg stump, and she has 2 deliveries now to pick up a 5-wicket haul, which could possibly put her in competition for Felicia Walters for the play of the match.
To make room to force that right back to her. She tumbles and feels to her own bowling, walks away gingerly.
She's really giving it her all here, and the final just dropping centimeters,
just short of her, looking to complete a 5-wicket haul. Here she comes again.
And she's bowling! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Samantha Bisoon collects 5, and I think that will definitely of the finals award. What a wonderful delivery. She was dealing in Yorkers earlier on. She remembered well and served up yet another one that sends back Walcott 92 for 9, and Samantha Bisoon with her final delivery of this game has taken a wicket. 4 overs no maiden, 5 for 19, and at the moment I think the Central Sharks will be celebrating pretty shortly. Wonderful delivery right up in the block hole, and Walcott looking to go downtown. She heard and saw the dreaded song of Timber.
Well, I have Samantha Bisoon's number on speed dial. I'm going to call her right after this game and tell her that the advice of Mr. Vinod Mamchan and the praise that she's received has worked in her favor.
Yes, I think, well, not my advice really. I'm just calling it as I'm seeing it here. Sachin, I'm no coach. On that note, I want to say good night to a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Bridge Parsnat. I'm sure that he's somewhere wrong, you know, looking at this game and keeping his stats.
Well, he's a stickler for statistics, and he's always on point with his stats, and magnificent individual.
Wonderful guy. 92 for 9, and if he was here, he would be able to tell us how many of the girls have taken a 5-wicket haul in this tournament.
The final over, and doing the final rites here is Felicia Walters. The final rites for the Taki Southern Titans. Anisa Mohammed encouraging her supporters to stand up and clap and let's go. Here is Walters. A stumping attempt.
Yes, and just, you know, after this, the next assignment for the girls will be in the West Indies camp. Those of whom are in that lineup, and the Windies, they will go back to camp in August when they play South Africa in a home series, 3 ODIs as part of the ICC Women's Championship and 5 T20 internationals. That's wonderful indeed. Keeping us up to date is Nasira Mohammed, and it's my good friend at 10 p.m. in the night. She's working. I think she should get overtime.
Certainly, she's doing a fine job with media in the Cricket West Indies. And here we go. Here is Shari John. She's taken off
my good friend. We're going to get some top-level photographs from her. We'll ask her for a few to use on the radio.
Congratulations all around for the Central Sharks. The LCB Central Sharks are the victorious team tonight. and they won quite convincingly after the team went back and forth. There was a bit of a tug of war between the TTEN Southern Titans and the LCB Central Sharks, but at the end of over number 20, 92 for the loss of 9 wickets. The TTEN Southern Titans losing this game, but the LCB Central Sharks winning by 25 runs. What a game.
A wonderful, wonderful performance, and runs on the board. If any game has taught us that, Sachin, runs on the board are runs on the board. They came out there, struggled after losing a number of wickets in the middle overs. Skipper Mohammed towards the end, and of course Felicia Walters, one can't falter. Another wonderful performance by her in getting 60 on not out, and she pushed them to 115, and having that to play with, the Central Sharks immediately attacked by using the spinners up front. But surprisingly, it was Samantha Bisoon making the difference here tonight, 5 for 90. But still, to me, the defining moment of this defense was that delivery bowled by young Ramdeen to get rid of Deandra Dutton.
Absolutely so. If Deandra Dutton had gotten off the mark there and had proved to be that attacking player that she always has been, and her reputation continues, well, it could have been all over about 4 or 5 overs ago. But let's take a look at the highlights of this spectacular match in which Samantha Bisoon on your screen with the ball in hand, picking up 5 wickets for just 19 runs. Incredible. Let's go to the highlights.
Well, initially, Saxena was looking to take the attack to the Central Sharks. She also had a live playing across the line, that one taking the leading edge, and Ramdeen on that occasion putting it down. But this was the first wicket to fall, and the first wicket to go was that of Chanel Lord, and she left. When she left, things started to unfold for the Sharks. There was Skipper Mohammed getting into the act as well.
Yeah, and in came Brittany Cooper, and she immediately started to hit the ball with a vengeance. It was superb stuff from Brittany Cooper. That was a 6, straight back over the bowler's head for 6. And then she got into the act of slog sweeping as well. There we go, that was the first one. It went over the ropes with ease. It would have cleared the normal boundary and set up by this ground staff. And she played an array of wonderful shots, and it looked like she was on her mission to take the game away from the Central Sharks.
Yes, and at that point, she actually took the game towards her team. They were actually on top whilst she was doing her thing. A wonderful shot by Grimond as well, joining in the fun. And things were looking great for them until Samantha Bisoon arrived. That was her first wicket. Delivery line, middle and leg. Looking to whip it on the onside was Cooper. It held its own, took the leading edge, went down to backward point, and Thompson held on to a very easy catch. And from that point, things started to swing back in favor of the Central Sharks. But Deandra Dutton was coming in, and look at that delivery, Sachin.
It was absolutely stunning. Leandra Ramdeen on that occasion getting the big wicket of Deandra Dutton. She was stunned by that one. It was a surprise delivery. And here we go, Samantha Bisoon. That was the wicket that started the catapulting of wickets downward, the downward spiral. Shania Abdul, then Shakira Selman, followed by many others to go. And here we go. That was Dookie on that occasion, playing a good shot, and we still thought at that point that things could have been a little different for the TTEN Southern Titans.
Yes, and the run out of Selman, the experienced Selman, I think would have cost them dearly. And then Bisoon continued. This delivery was outside the off stump. It was a wide delivery. Didn't really deserve a wicket, but there was Thompson reeling in another catch. And then she was back to herself again, and bowling those Yorkers. A wonderful delivery indeed. That would have given her 5 wickets in the match.
And that was the final delivery, the final rights for the Techie Southern Titans buried tonight at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Pictures galore, everybody celebrating. The cameras are out, the Tassa drumming is taking place. Gayatri Sitahal together with some of the foreign-based players as well. They're celebrating, and we've seen so much of an atmosphere of entertainment here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, especially where women's cricket is concerned. And I must say, very much kudos goes out to Shari John there. She's in the mix as well. She was part of this LCB Central Sharks, but she's always capturing those memorable moments to be a part of the CWESN Women's Entertainment in Sport.
Yes, and wonderful pictures. It's good to see the girls celebrating. Coach Gerard Garcia, kudos to him as well. He has worked very hard with his team, and he continues to do yeoman service to women's cricket in Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the West Indies. And congratulations to a wonderful group of young ladies.
Indeed, indeed. And let's just a bit of a reminder that at the beginning of this match, the LCB Central Sharks, they were put into to bowl, actually, to bat, and it was something that they were not accustomed to. They are accustomed chasing, and Brittany Cooper at the coin toss said that, you know, she knows their reputation of chasing scores, and she's going to try to put them a bit out of their misery, and they're in an uncomfortable position, and unfortunately it did not work for her.
Yes, well, so things unfold at times, but at the end of the night, I think the experience of Anisa Mohammed came to the fore, and she used her bowlers wisely, and Samantha Bisoon held the basics well, and was able to get 5 wickets and be the difference. But I still think that a wonderful, wonderful ball, the ball of the tournament by young Ramdeen, and Sachin Ramdeen definitely one for the future here for Trinidad and Tobago. There is something magical to me about her leg spin bowling.
She's certainly one to look forward to. She's attacked all the batters so far. Last night I looked at her and she's very economical. She's bowling was spot on, and it was her economical bowling that led and allowed the pressure to build, and then Samantha Bisoon did the final touches at the end.
Yes, a wonderful, wonderful in the end from Samantha Bisoon, and congratulations to her team, the Central LCB Central Sharks. And of course Titan also, we must not forget the Titans. They played their role in a fine finals as well.
Yeah, when you look forward now to the international competition, the Women's T20 World Cup that's going to happen in November in Guyana and Antigua Barbuda, you look at a competition such as this, it's certainly adding to the entertainment factor. It's certainly building towards that competition, and I'm sure you, Mr. Mamchan, are going to be doing lots of coverage with the Trinidad Guardian.
Yes, definitely, you can expect that, and of course, you know, we look to push cricket and women's cricket as well. These girls, they have worked so hard, and it's so wonderful to see them tonight, and you know, out here celebrating and you know, being a part of something that is so great. I want to thank Courts as well for being the main sponsors, and also companies like TechU, LCB, you know, Tridents for being part, or UDCOT for being part of something really great for our women cricketers.
Certainly so, and kudos as well to the Trinidad and Tobago Women's Cricket Association for being one of the influential organizations in this particular competition. It is certainly leading up to a possible women's CPL in the very near future. They told me that's their goal, to have a women's CPL much in the caliber that of the men's.
Yes, and that will be wonderful, you know, to have. I would also like to see that probably played alongside the men CPL, and you tie it in with double headers, you know, so the fans will come in and you know, take in the cricket. You know, something for the future, something probably for the owners of the CPL to look at. I know they have been battling to make it profitable, to even break even after so long, and now I think once they can get some sort of profitability, they may look to, well, extend their arms a bit.
Well, That's certainly news to me. I had no clue of that. That the profits of the CPL were not reaching a threshold point.
Yes, it's a very expensive exercise.
Certainly.
The CPL, and yeah, it takes time. Like any business, it takes time, and one hopes that very soon. I think what also made it what was also unfortunate, the CPL arrived at a time in the Caribbean when the entire Caribbean was facing a recession.
Yep, that was a very touching situation there for everybody, and the ticket prices were, as many persons were branded it as exorbitant, but they're not accustomed to paying that much of a price of a ticket. But when you look at the previous times in which the Caribbean T20, you paid what, like 100 TT, which is probably just around $15 for a ticket, versus now where you have to pay 50 US for a ticket or so. It's a big hop.
Yes, definitely so. But that's the next big thing, and I'm sure that the fans will come out, Sachin. That's the next big thing in terms of cricket here in the region. And then following the CPL, these girls, well, those who were selected on the Windies team, as we look at the winning Central Sharks team lining up just on the outside with their coach, Gerard Garcia. And they're just eagerly awaiting the presentation ceremony. Central Sharks champions. They have gotten a banner created already, and the fans are staying on. You see, our cameraman Nigel. He's always in the mix of things.
He's the man of the hour, Nigel, getting those very shapely shots, and very, very tight shots indeed. He's a superb cameraman. He told me that he covers horse racing at Santa Rosa.
One hopes that he covers it before the race ends.
Well, there we see Coach Kelvin Williams extending his congratulations to all the ladies. He's always in and around the development of cricket, especially where young people are concerned. He's that type of player, that type of coach to work on the development of especially the younger persons in cricket.
Well, Kello has been around Trinidad and Tobago's cricket. You're quite right there, Sachin. He's been around Trinidad and Tobago's cricket for quite a while, at least in the development aspect. He's also been a coach of the TNT Red Force during the last season. And he continues to do a lot of work with the women as well, and it's good to see him in and around the cricket.
Certainly so, and Gayatri Sitahal there, they certainly looking forward to seeing who's going to get the player of the tournament. We have a few vying for that spot.
Yes, and the media eagerly awaiting the popping of that champagne. Well deserved by the Central ladies. I see Roger Sipasad from the Trinidad Express. He's out there as well taking his photos. Roger is a man who carries a lot of weight in local cricket.
Well, everywhere he goes, he's always eager to post his pictures and get all the information up and running for his newspaper. We're standing by to go downstairs for the post-match presentation, and we're waiting the presenter for the post-match presentation. I'm going to introduce for a few moments Mr. Jonathan Chaitu. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
And what's your take on the game so far?
It was a really exciting game. You know, I thought Titans was gonna walk away with the game, but you know, the Sharks really did put on a stellar performance.
Yeah, superb stuff. And I saw you're looking on with eagerness in your eyes. You told me that the Titans are gonna go home early tonight because of an easy score, but unfortunately for them, they're not able to get that done.
Yes, I looked at Brittany Cooper, you know, before the game, and I say, well, she was the key person for the TTEN Titans, and I thought, well, if she got going, there was no stopping her. But you know, it was a wonderful performance from the Sharks.
Indeed, indeed. They really performed superbly. Samantha Bisoon, I think she's going to get the Player of the Match award. What's your thoughts? Either Samantha Bisoon or Felicia Walters?
I think it'll be Samantha Bisoon because those Yorkers and the way she bowled to the Titans batsman, I think that has to be the Player of the Match there because she won the game for the Sharks. She removed DeAndra Dutton, and that was a crucial wicket.
Yep, indeed. And we're just awaiting the post-match presentation, making sure that they have everything in gear. They have a lot of blenders to give away. You know, Mr. Mamchan loves his shakes and punches. You could probably receive a blender, Mr. Mamchan.
Do you think he'll win a blender?
I'm not too sure, but he's probably already blending something up for the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, the Guardian of Democracy, for tomorrow. 55-inch smart TV is up for grabs as well. Not too sure who is going to receive it, but I'm hinting probably the Player of the Match could possibly very well be the captain of the TTEN Titans. There we go, the lovely trophy. The Court's Grand Slam T20 Women's Franchise Champion 2018. A very tall trophy indeed, standing at about 3 feet high, with the Black & Decker Automatico machine blender in the background.
Sachin, is there an award for commentator of the tournament as well?
Not at all. Absolutely not. If there was one, Hamilton Beach. Very nice. So the scenes of victory tonight, and lots of cricket to come. You bet your bottom dollar, buy your popcorn, make sure you have your drinks colding at home. I want to thank Mr. to have a safe journey home, sir, and we look forward to seeing you in the future there. What's your overall take on this women's franchise T20, Mr. Chaitu?
I think this is good for West Indies cricket and good for the cricket in the region because, you know, women's cricket isn't promoted as much as the men's cricket, and I think this is a way of, you know, reaching out to the public, you know. So I think these performances by the West Indies players especially would give them motivation, you know, for the upcoming T20 World Cup in November.
Lovely. Very nice points you covered there, especially where entertainment is concerned. I just want to tell you all that the CWESN, the Caribbean Women Entertainment Sports Network, is headed by Shari John, and there we see the LCB contractors Central Sharks receiving a whopping $25,000 in solid cash. Interesting. It's a big check to carry home. I'm not too sure if my cameraman in the background, he's known as Butters, he's having a buttery time, enjoying some dinner.
Sachin, who do you think is a contender for Player of the Tournament?
I'm certainly thinking it's Brittany Cooper. She has a number of totals, but between last night and tonight, Felicia Walters has certainly impressed me. So I'm going to think it's between Brittany Cooper and Felicia Walters, because they both have half centuries under their belt, but Brittany Cooper would have the edge, in my opinion, because she's more attacking, and she pulled her team through after losing 3 consecutive matches earlier on this week. They still managed to top the group and qualify automatically for tonight's final. But the player of the tournament, yeah, Brittany Cooper. Player of the match, on the other hand, for this particular match, Samantha Bisoon.
Tell me about Samantha Bisoon. Where is she from? Is she one to look out for in the future?
Certainly, Samantha Bisoon. She hails from Rock Road in Pinal, South Trinidad. She represented Barrackpore West Secondary School in 2011-2012. She was from that era, and that year, 2012. And as we go down to the presentation ceremony, Mr. Suraj Raghunath.
And presentation party, Mr. Fazan, representing the title sponsor of the tournament, Courts, Unicorn Limited, and this has been the second year. They've been excellent sponsors. Could you give Courts a round of applause as well? And also joining us is Mr. Desmond Fahey, the manager of the Gulfview branch of Felicity, player of the match awards sponsors. The first thing we want to do this evening is to present the awards to the umpires who have done an outstanding job. This evening, Mr. Clement Officer and Mr. Ashley Stanley and as David Maxwell to present to both of these gentlemen the awards. We would also like to say a special thank you to the franchise owners, Unicorn Gold, Star Blazers, as well as Trident Sports, Phoenix, and the two teams tonight. Thank you, Southern Titans, unfortunately for the second consecutive year finishing in the runner-up position. But again, we want to say special thanks to the people of Tech and Credit Union for their faithfulness and their commitment to women's cricket. LCB Contractors Limited, the Central Sharks, owners of the Central Sharks.
So we do apologize. We're having a bit of an audio issue, but have no fear. I'm going to give you everything as I'm accustomed to. I'm a man of many talents. Suraj Raghunath there is chatting. We had previously both umpires Kelman Kaulisa and Kachif Sander receiving the awards for tonight. And Felicia Walters has been adjudicated the player of the match. She got 1 wicket for 23 runs and she got 60 runs as well, not out. She's been given the player of the match. I think they need to split that trophy in between and give Samantha Bisoon peace. Well, we'll just have to wait and see who's going to get the player of the tournament. But congrats to Miss Felicia Walters. Up next, we have the most runs for the tournament. Brittany Cooper is the recipient for the most runs for this tournament, and she receives a prize from the representative from Courts, Trinidad and Tobago, Unicoma, a Cuisinart blender. Very consistent performances from Brittany Cooper. Unfortunately, she was not able to pull her team through tonight. Well, Samantha Bisoon, she does receive an award. She is picking up the award for the most wickets in the tournament. She receives a Black & Decker automatic juice extractor from Courts Unicoma. She picked up 15 wickets for this entire competition. Congratulations to Samantha Bisoon from the LCB Central Sharks.
The highest individual score of the tournament, 92 knockouts versus non-star blazers, Brittany.
The highest score individual awards continues at the grand final. The highest score, Brittany Cooper, 92 runs not out against the Udicott Northern Star Blazers, receiving her award as well. 2 blenders, not too sure if she's going to use both of them at the same time, but
68.25, Felicia Walters.
Felicia Walters receiving another award. Samantha Bisoon receiving the most wickets award for tonight, receiving another blender. So these ladies are probably going to have a good time for the remainder of the July-August vacation. Those of them who enjoy juices, especially. best economical bowler for tonight. Entire tournament. Stephanie Raghunath receiving the most economical bowler. Lots of individual prizes up for grabs tonight. Most wickets, most runs, most most economical bowler. She's from the Trident Sports Phoenix. Wicketkeeper with the most dismissals of the tournament. 6 dismissals. Natasha McLean receiving that award. Congratulations to Natasha McLean, and she's going to receive a prize. I'm sure it's going to be a blender again. Courts Unicom are giving away lots tonight. Felicia Walters receiving another award, Player of the Match.
Okay, we still have the MVP for the tournament to announce. Before we do that, we would just want to announce or hand over firstly the runner-up medals that I asked the captain of the 7 Titans, every 7 Titans come forward and receive medals for our team. And I want to come and have a quick chat with me after. Very quickly, our selections tonight, and I didn't go wrong for you guys tonight. In terms of this tournament, how do you rate this tournament in terms of its competitiveness? How does this compare to the regional tournament which took place about 6 weeks ago? Thank you very much. Really cool volunteer club. We also need to mention that the tournament also had support from SMW, their brands, voices, and Fruta, and we had good commitment from the government of Trinidad and Tobago, who also supported us as well. We want to say a special thank you, especially to the Sports and Culture Ministry of Unity. We leave the best for the last, and that's the fans. So we made an all-star team. But before we get to the all-star team, the most valuable player award, and this young lady will collect a 55-inch flat-screen television courtesy.
For the moment we've been waiting for the MVP for this tournament, receiving a 55-inch flat-screen Samsung Smart TV. Taking 2 catches, 2 run-outs, 3 wickets, 273 runs. I am thinking Felicia Walters indeed. She's receiving a Smart TV, a TCL Smart TV, I beg your pardon, not the Samsung. TCL Smart TV, 55-inch. Well, she's going to need a truck to carry all the awards home because she's received 3 blenders, a TCL Smart. Let's hear what she has to say.
ascribe your success? Excellent job tonight. Good tournament. Well done. We have announced a course team. In no particular order. Team. In no particular order. Anissa Morgan, LCB Contractors Central Sharks. Felicia Walters, LCB Contractors Central Sharks. Kaisia Knight, Trident Sports Phoenix. Rachel Vincent,
So the MVP, rather the all-star team, Brittany Cooper, Anissa Mohammed, Felicia Walters, Shemaine Campbell, Renice Boyce, Natasha McLean, Leanne Kirby, Kabina Alexander, Karishma Ramharak from the Trident Sports Phoenix, and the last person to fill the all-star position, Stephanie Raghunath.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it for the all-star team? And the captain will be Anissa Mohammed and vice captain Brittany Cooper.
There you have it, the all-star team of this the Courts Grand Slam T20, led by Anissa Mohammed and vice captain Brittany Cooper.
Announce the grand prize, the tournament trophy, gold medals, and a check of $25,000.
So we're down to the final moment, the moment that you all have all been waiting for, receiving the top award for tonight. Anissa Mohammed, the victorious captain, receiving the winner's check, $25,000, firstly the trophy.
Congratulations and job well done. To what you ascribe the success to your team winning this tournament?
So Anissa Mohammed receiving the award on behalf of her team, and of course they're gonna receive their team photographs, etc. in a short time. But Anisa Mohammed has certainly led her team tonight for not the final time, but for the final time for this, the 2018 Courts Grand Slam T20. Really top stuff from them indeed. The LCB contractors, they posted a what we thought was a low total of 117, but fortunately for them, they were able to defend that total. And really top stuff from the LCB Central Sharks. So we're going to leave you with the victory scenes from the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. There you have it, the winners of tonight, the LCB Contractors Central Sharks, the victorious team for the Courts Grand Slam T20, and it has been a superb competition so far. Wonderful 2 weeks of cricket, and of course the crowd came out in their numbers to support, and there we have the entire team taking a team photo op, and absolutely stunning scenes at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Samantha Bisoon leading her team together with Felicia Walters. Samantha Bisoon with ball, Samantha Bisoon with ball, and Felicia Walters with the bat. 60 not out. Samantha Bisoon getting 5 wickets for 19 runs in a magnificent effort led by Anisa Mohammed, coached Gerald Garcia, manager Ian Telfer, trainers Lincoln Charles and Sion Kane. Of course, taking photo opportunities with representative from Courts Unicommer and from the Trinidad and Tobago Women Cricket Association as well. So that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and thank all the commentators, and thank everybody. And that's lovely scenes from the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. On behalf of the entire production team, thank you for watching TEN TV's production of this, the Courts Grand Slam T20 final. My name is Sachin Ramsabag. Until next time, farewell. Bye-bye.
For more info, call 319-9976.
You're perfect in all your ways.
Oh, yeah. Rock and come in, baby, oh, baby, me say rock and come in.